could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account.
When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything.
Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
U.S. Truck Accessories presents Match Game on Morning Mayhem. Listen for your chance to play their version of the classic TV game show from U.S. Truck Accessories in Conway and Searcy. Your #1 Central Arkansas source for camper shells, bed covers, spray-in bed liners, and more. Veteran owned since 2002. Online at ustruckaccessories.net.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see? So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the
Check, 1, 2.
That's the halfway point.
Check.
That's
1,
awesome.
2. Check.
Oh, 600.
You want me to put it back?
Oh my God.
That is outstanding.
All right, folks, enjoy the show. Stay tuned. We're going live in 5, 4, 3.
Morning Mayhem starts now with David
I
Bazzel,
know it. Present.
Justin Moore, live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio, Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
Are you good?
Say something, Cliff.
All right, you 609ers, you know what to do. It's that time of the day. Move it. Let's go.
Hit that gong on that. Move it. Don't blow this force, Gene. Sure, he bought me a silk suit and put luggage in my hand. And I woke up high over Albuquerque on a jet to the promised land. Working on a T-bone steak, all the carny flying over to the Golden State. When the pilot told us in 13 minutes he would set us at the terminal gate. Swing low chariot, come down easy, taxi to the terminal zone. Cut your engines and cool your wings and let me
Here
make
we
it
go.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Attaboy, TP. He's coming, he's coming. There he is. We got Cliff.
We got me.
We got it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You technology guys.
Yeah, right. Very limited.
Is this live now?
We're live. Oh, yeah. Good question.
Oh, that was a
great question. Let me make it to the telephone. Los Angeles.
All right. So you need my guitar.
Yeah, boy.
USA, USA, USA.
Oh, there you go.
Outstanding. Outstanding. All right, let's get this party started. How do I sound? Do I sound a little echoish, Roger, a little bit? Maybe we'll work it. Good morning, everybody. We are on the road in the home of Cliff Harris, the great safety for the Dallas Cowboys, NFL Hall of Famer, Ring of Honor inductee, and today we will be at the Star in Dallas presenting the Cliff Harris Award to the top small college Defensive Players of the Year, Division II, Division III, NAIA, all get the $3,000 Cliff Harris Award trophy. Cliff, good morning, man.
Morning. Well, you guys were up early.
We were, and you were too. We appreciate you and Karen letting us in here. And we're in. Are we in Dallas proper or Rockwall? What are we?
This is North Dallas.
North Dallas. Okay. North Dallas 40. North Dallas 40. Yes.
That's right.
Thanks for doing this today. We've got the cameras up. If you can look around, you can see Cliff's replicas of his Super Bowl trophies, and really a cool study. I mean, this is a comfortable room, and you got your bust from the NFL Hall of Fame. They allowed you to have one of those, and you got your Cliff Harris trophy. You got pictures with you and all the great guys you played with and coaches, and you go in here, it's just like walking back in time a little bit. Even your playbooks you got here.
Yeah, man, it's great to come back in here. I get to see it every day and have those memories, and it's great that you guys can come in here because there aren't many people that get to come in here.
Yeah, well, it's fun. We forced you to clean it up and make sure it was 100% ready to go.
Yeah, Karen was on that me.
Yeah, we've the last few years, I think this is like the 13th year of the Cliff Harris Award.
Wow.
We've done banquets. We did banquets for the first 10 years, and then COVID hit us and just sort of knocked us off. And so what we did, Roger, we sort of moved off that and said, what about going to the Star and letting these young guys see the career and what it led to of Cliff Harris? And it's turned out to be a really blast to see these eyes of these players walk in there. I mean, even if you're not a Division II or Division III player, it doesn't matter. You walk in the Taj Mahal of NFL teams' headquarters, nothing touches, Jerry's, anything Jerry does. And so you're still prominently featured throughout the building, photos and different things, and all the 5 Super Bowl trophies. And we'll do photos today with all the winners, and we'll get a tour of everything. And of course, what's weird, Roger, you'll see today they have tour guides that you buy tours to go through this thing on a regular basis. And it's really neat to watch Cliff with his gold jacket on and the 3 winners. As the guy's giving the history, then this guy right here is the one who helped create the history.
Yeah, man.
So
that's it.
It's a neat deal. And
well, we got a tour of this place from the Hall of Famer yesterday.
Yeah, so. It was good that you guys came in.
Now the thing about it is, you're still, of course, we'll talk about your history, but you still you're living in Hot Springs. I mean, you're living in Arkansas as well, right?
Yeah, we have a place on Lake Hamilton and a place on. Mountain Harbor. So
yeah, you got 2 houses. Bill Barnes, great
Bill Barnes went to high school with me and junior high with me, and has been a good friend for I don't want to tell you how many years.
Yeah,
a long time. He's a great guy.
Yeah, you go back and forth. You got 6 kids. How many grandkids you got?
You need to ask Karen.
Yeah, I know. It gets tough. A lot. It gets tough.
A lot. But you're busy. You guys stay busy with all the kids and grandkids, and of course Matt was a Razorback. Your son Matt and played for. Was it Petrino? Did he have Nutt? Who did he have? Who did he play for? Was it a combination of the two?
I think it was a combination.
Okay, yeah. Well, hopefully he'll be at the start today. He's a good-looking athlete like you. He's big, strapping young man. And, of course, Karen's your rock star. She helps keep you in line a little bit.
Yeah, she cracks the whip on me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And, of course, the crazy thing, Cliff, is that, there was two sets of Cowboy great teams, yours in the 70s and the one in the 90s with Jimmy Johnson, who we had the Touchdown Club last year. But, man, the Cowboys have just not been able to, get anywhere the last 25 years.
Gosh,
it's got to be frustrating for you to watch as a former captain player.
I have a real difficult time watching it. It looks like to me, the game has changed.
Right.
To an offensive-oriented game, where when I was playing, thank goodness it was a defensive-oriented game, and you could really play hard and hit people really hard, and I split helmets during my time. So, but today it seems like it's kind of like flag. I say that to these guys. I don't want anybody to call me, but
compared to when you played,
that's true. Today, you can't even hit the guys. You can't hit the quarterback.
I know. Terry Bradshaw was on with us each week last year, and we would bring it to him. He's like, it's just ridiculous what those guys used to put up with.
Oh God,
the physical.
I wish we could have gotten to him more and knocked him
out. I know. They
so do I.
They beat you in 2 of the Super Bowls you lost.
I don't want to talk about it.
Who was the other loss that you guys had? What was the other?
The Colts.
Colts. Okay, that was the first one, right?
Yeah, that was the very first one.
All right. So what we'll do today, Raji Dodgy, we will do our regular Wednesday show. Trade Reed will be here shortly. If you got a question for the outdoors, it's interesting. Cliff loves the outdoors, loves the area around the lakes. We'll visit with Trey if you got a question for him. 661-1037. He's brought to you by Powers Truck Parts and Service in North Little Rock. Craig O'Neill will be coming in studio. You remember Craig? Y'all are about the same age, actually. Great.
He's a young guy.
That's right.
That's right.
Joe Nichols will be with us in the 9 o'clock hour.
We're talking to him before this week is when that new song comes out.
Yeah, that's right. The set 2 days. That's right. I think Justin. We may have Justin today for a little bit. He's taking Ella, his daughter, to a college. Do a college up there, and they're going to take a look at some things. So we may.
I didn't know there was a college up there.
I don't know.
The only thing I know to go up that way was ASU.
We'll have to find that out. And also, we have Match Game today, brought to you by U.S. Truck Accessories in Searcy and Conway. By the way, Joe Nichols is also brought to you by Powers Truck Parts and Service in North Little Rock. Back in studio, we don't have Chris today, but Todd Pierce is there. Todd, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, gentlemen. You know what? I think there is a button somewhere, Roger. He's our MacGyver, Cliff, and Roger will push enough buttons sooner or later.
You know what? I just know more than him. He's smart. He didn't want to learn this stuff, so he didn't have to. He didn't have to worry about it. But no, we've got it going. We've got it up.
His sounds good now. Now I'm the echo guy, but we'll fix it. We'll get that fixed. A couple things. Last night, you had the All-Star game. I don't even know, Cliff, if you saw it. Todd, did you watch any of it last night? The American League wins 4-0 over Nationals.
I got a chance to look at it in bits and pieces, but not, straight start to finish.
It was on Fox, right?
Yeah.
No,
it's in there. Low, yeah.
That's okay. It was 4-0. That's it. Whatever you just
did. Like it?
It's almost like you just scratched me in the right spot.
Well, I know
you scratched me in the right spot.
I did that at the Atlanta Motor Speedway the other day, and he was dripping in sweat.
So you had that, and then yesterday here at Jerry's World, Spain beat France 2-0. Now, Cliff, you've been down here. Has the World Cup been has it created a lot of buzz down here?
Oh, well, it has. I mean, of course, there's a lot of. Today's world is full of. Yeah. The kids are brought up playing soccer different than my era.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of interest here in Dallas.
Was it sold out? I presume it was. I would think it had to be sold out. Matter of fact, they said Jerry Jones was there.
Oh,
he normally is out on his yacht during the summertime.
Yeah.
And but apparently he came in to be a part of that. So today you have England versus Argentina. Messi, Raj, is up. Yeah. They're playing at 2:00 today. As a matter of fact, Cliff, one of the things we had to be a little adaptive with our presentation today at the Star, because out in the big plaza where that turf field is, we've got a congratulations sign that's going to go up, but we got to be done by 1:15 for that, because you've got a lot of soccer fans who are going to be watching the soccer match from up there, which is smart. So anyway, so that's at 2:00 today. Also, it was announced yesterday who the players were, Roger, that will be going to the SEC Media Days. Not a big shock. Quincy Rose Jr. has been there 4 years.
Right.
That's Caden Kittler, the center. We had him on our show last year, weekly throughout the year, and Sutton Smith, who's a running back transfer from Memphis. Yeah. You didn't have a quarterback, but you really he
hadn't chosen yet.
Yeah, he hadn't picked his starter. And so that just, you sort of, you usually have your quarterback go on these things. But because it's not settled, I think
people wonder why he's got Smith, his transfer over Braylon Russell.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah. Number one. Number two, Sutton Smith was a kid who had the 65-yard run against Arkansas that beat us in the fourth quarter last year. Yep. Cliff, I don't know if you remember that. Little did we know we were watching the future coach of the Razorbacks.
Right.
Oh. Yeah, that was, I knew, matter of fact, Sully from Channel 7 interviewed me after that game, and I said, that's it for Sam. I knew it was. You were going to Notre Dame next week. You knew you probably were not going to beat Notre Dame. You had to beat Memphis coming off that loss to Ole Miss, and sure enough, that was it. Also, Cliff, you've got the British Open this weekend.
Yeah,
now,
I love that.
Yeah, you're a golfer, right? Yeah.
Well, I've had a golf tournament for
30 years.
30 years for charities, different charities, but primarily the Breakthrough Type 1D. It used to be called JDRF, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, and even for Type 2 diabetes. I had it for a few years, but I've raised a lot of money for them. And we've had all my guys that would come out, all the Dallas Cowboys, and they're becoming fewer and fewer.
You've lost some. Recently, Leroy Jordan recently.
Old Leroy Jordan and John Fitzgerald, who was in my class.
Fascinating thing you told us yesterday. Your dad, because of diabetes, lost his sight and was unable to watch you play the last 5 years of your career. Right.
That's correct.
That's a great motivation for you to help out that great cause. Yeah.
You bet. That's one of the complications of diabetes is blindness, and because it restricts your blood flow to your eyes and your brain and everything else. So, but I saw my dad, how it made me think. He was a P-38 pilot in World War II, shot down in the South China Sea, paddled to the only American-occupied island in the South China Sea, and survived. And I said, if he hadn't made it, Cowboys wouldn't have made it to the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Well, it is, Roger, for me and you, walking in this room, for those that grew up in the 60s and 70s, to see this. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys and the Steelers were the dominant franchises, and really, raised the bar for NFL in America, TV and all that. And so then, of course, you got Terry Bradshaw becoming a famous broadcaster, but y'all were the dominant ones, and of course that led to more success in the 90s. But boy, those 70s, man, were just great. You had fewer teams, so you had a concentration. Like you talk about those Steeler teams, there's so many Hall of Famers. You guys had so many Hall of Famers, and a great story about you. We'll get into a little bit later about. For those who don't know, I mean, you went from Hot Springs to Des Arc.
Yes,
played quarterback, right? And had one offer in college. It was OBU. Rex Nelson's dad, roommates with your dad.
Yeah,
and he convinced Buddy Bob Benson to give you an opportunity, and you got one scholarship, and you end up having a really great career at OBU, and then again, not drafted, and you end up making the team and playing 5 Super Bowls in 10 years. Only 13 players in the history of the NFL have played in 5 Super Bowls. Pretty darn impressive.
Good timing.
Not only were you a great safety, you're a great kick returner. You were almost leading the league, and you were a heck of an athlete.
Yeah, well, I was at one time.
Listen,
you still look good, buddy. You still look good.
Speaking of the former teams that you're talking about, and you just mentioned Terry Bradshaw being in the broadcast booth and all that, and I've never thought about it before. But with Don Meredith being the broadcaster that he was, and of course him being a Cowboy and all that, did you guys have a relationship at all because of his Cowboy history and all that, and you being a Cowboy after him, obviously?
You mean Meredith?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, no, not really. Not because he went right into broadcasting that, and we didn't, and wasn't in Dallas.
And was he never around after that?
I'd meet him and talk to him from time to time, and of course, he had he'd talk about us on on the games.
Absolutely.
But I didn't have a chance to visit with him very much at all. I went just a few times during my time. He was a great guy. He lived. We got to see him one time. I think he had a place in Arizona, and we went out to Arizona one time and met with him out there. And but we stayed. But he was a really cool guy.
Oh, absolutely. Again, part of that era.
Yeah. If you want to be a part of the show, 661-1037 is a text line. Someone says here, Matt played for Petrino. DJ Williams was his running mate.
Oh, yeah.
So I know they're buddies and do some media together. Somebody says here, good morning, guys. It's Billy Ann. I'm up early in Northeast Arkansas. And said she actually said she's doing radio in Northeast, but can't let those guys know that she ain't listening to them, she's listening to us. But she makes a great point. You might want to frisk Roger on his way out, Cliff, just to make sure that there's nothing in his pocket, because there's some great memorabilia here.
This is. I mean, again, I mentioned it yesterday. I don't want to creep Cliff out, but again, this is 12-year-old Roger here with a guy that he grew up with. This is just a blessing. This is just awesome for me to be able to be here. And
I'm glad to inspire you.
We'll take a break, Todd, and some people have said, by the way, inquiring minds have asked and want to know about where the Star is. The Star is in Frisco.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just say Dallas. It just for people who don't want to get in the details, and get in the weeds. That's it's easy to say that. But then you got the stadium in Arlington.
Right.
The Star, the headquarters is in Frisco.
Right.
When you played, you guys, the stadium was in
Irving.
Irving. Yeah. And so none of it was ever really in Dallas, but it's for the most part, it's the Dallas community.
We call it Dallas area.
What is Dallas like compared to what it was 40 years ago, 50 years ago?
More traffic.
Oh, I bet the traffic.
On the tollway.
That's it. That's what we guys. That's what old guys now talk about. About the weather. We'll talk about that. One more shout out to Billy Ann. She's been such a supporter of us forever and ever and ever. She's up there in Blytheville as well, so she's going to be up there when we go up there to do our show. Hey, the new family market is opened up there at Albert Pike. It's open as we speak right now. You can. It's right down the street from a Bradford Marine there in Hot Springs. So go on by there, use your rewards card, and I think it's $3.27 for a gallon of gas if you use your rewards card, and that's a pretty good savings. With today's gas prices.
We'll come back and visit with Trey Reed if you get an outdoor question, and we'll get Cliff involved in that because he loves the outdoors and spends a lot of time there. 661-1037. Glad to be here in Dallas visiting with the Hall of Famer Cliff Harrison, going to the Star today. Don't go away.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
This is Sports Center.
Highly regarded class of 2027 big man Caleb Origo committed to the University of Arkansas on Tuesday. Origo, who is 6'10 and 220 pounds, reportedly took official visits to Kentucky and BYU before visiting Fayetteville in June. He's considering reclassifying as a 2026 prospect. Origo is a consensus 4-star prospect with ESPN rating him the number 6 center and number 42 overall prospect in the nation in the 2027 class. Sticking with basketball, there are more impressive performances from former Hogs in the NBA Summer League. Trevin Brazile scored a game-high 32 points as Denver beat Oklahoma City 106-103. Darius Acuff had 26, but the Kings lost to the Brooklyn Nets 115-83. I'm Todd Pierce for the Buzz Radio Network.
Chris Kane joins Morning Mayhem each Monday to mix it up with the guys. Chris Kane on Morning Mayhem is presented by Trader Bill's. Trader Bill's, your one-stop shop for all things lake.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
Rain chances are still high today, a 70% chance of rain and thunderstorms with a high of only 86 degrees. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a 20% chance of a shower or thunderstorm with an overnight low of 71. Tomorrow, we'll get back into the 90s, a high of 91, partly cloudy with some isolated showers or thunderstorms. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
The Rock City Margarita and Great Arkansas Beer Festival presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs is back. It's going down July 18th from 5 to 8 at the State House Convention Center in downtown Little Rock. Your ticket includes a tasting cup and margarita samples from some of the best bars and restaurants in the city. Get your tickets now at 1037thebuzz.com. Sip, sample, and celebrate summer at the most refreshing event of the season. It's the Rock City Margarita and Great Arkansas Beer Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs and brought to you in part by Tito's Handmade Vodka.
With many convenience and grocery stores moving to mostly self-checkout these days, nowhere is it easier to shop than at your local Family Market. Because at Family Market, you're still greeted by friendly staff who provide the very best in customer service, ringing you up, bagging all your items, and making your shopping experience simple and easy, just the way it should be. And while you're enjoying that kind of service, you're saving money too. With your Family Market Rewards card, you can save inside the store and outside at the pumps as well. And be sure to take advantage of Big Mondays. That's where mid-grade gas is the price of regular and premium is the price of mid-grade. That's real savings every single week. And all of this can only be found at Family Market, serving communities in Pangburn, Malvern, Shannon Hills, Mayflower, Hot Springs, and Wooster, with a second Hot Springs location coming soon. And remember, if there's not a Family Market in your neighborhood, just look right over there. One's coming.
This July is America's 250th birthday, y'all, and Low T Center is celebrating 250 years of freedom with a 250 for 250 deal. All month long, all the guys out there who start testosterone therapy and stay with it for 90 days, we're going to put $250 back in your pocket. Low T Center's raising the T of American patriots from sea to shining sea. Come celebrate 250 years of America with Low T Center's 250 for 250 deal, because bringing back the energy and vitality of your youth is worth celebrating. Go to fixmylowt.com right now to book a free T test. That's fixmylowt.com.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bell. When you think about buying a car, we want you to think Bell Chevrolet. Not just because we want your business, but because we want to be on your side. That's what buying a car should look like. Simple, stress-free, knowing you have someone in your corner. We have something for every budget, new or pre-owned. I keep telling y'all it's better at Bell. Now it's time to come find out for yourself. Come see us on Chenal Parkway or shop at bellchevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Pat Bradley joins Morning Mayhem each week, presented by Bath Fitters. Get the tub or shower you deserve with no gimmicks, just real savings. Check them out at bathfitterlittlerock.com.
You're listening to Morning Mayhem with David Bazzel, Roger Scott, Christian Weaver, and Justin Moore.
I saw the light, I've been baptized by the fire.
All right, it is 6:32 on this Wednesday, July 15th. Morning Mayhem on the road again. Summer of adventure thanks to Oaklawn. Today we are in the home of Cliff Harris, NFL Hall of Famer, Ring of Honor inductee, and just one of the greatest athletes to ever come out of the state of Arkansas. Back in studio, Todd Pierce is in for Christian Weaver. We appreciate him. And I see that we have Trey Reed there. Good morning, Trey. How are you?
Good morning, y'all. What's happening?
Doing good. Let's just jack his sound up a little bit, Todd, as much as you can, buddy. I was going to say, have you and Cliff ever met, Trey? Have you met Cliff before?
I don't believe so, man. I was listening on the way in and heard Cliff talking about Lake Hamilton and Lake Washita.
Oh, yeah.
So sounds like we might have some interest in common.
Now you like to hunt, Cliff. You've got it. What do you have up here? What's that on the wall?
Well, that's an elk right there.
And now where's that from?
6x6. That's from British Columbia.
Okay.
And
have you done any hunting in Arkansas? Do you do that or fish in Arkansas?
I mean, I grew up squirrel hunting right outside of Hot Springs, and my dad would take me hunting. We did what we call still hunt, instead of hunting with dogs.
Yeah.
We'd sit out, and it's just an unbelievable experience. I had such a great childhood. My dad would take us. I would freeze to death, because they didn't have the equipment.
Oh, what they do now, yeah.
Then that they have now.
You would eat the squirrel.
Oh, my mom would make the squirrels, cook the squirrels, squirrel and dumplings, and I was not really into eating them.
Sure. Well, Trey's funny. The squirrel just doesn't get the credit they deserve.
No, and it makes me think: was that one of the most elusive creatures that you'd go hunting for, or was it the easiest? Because I hear a lot more squirrel and rabbit than deer sometimes.
I would think it'd be easier.
Yeah. I guess you don't have to go out too far to find a squirrel.
Right.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
stay in the neighborhood.
You have to still hunt, is what you're called. You sit at the base of a tree and be still and wait for the squirrels to come out because they run off when.
Yeah.
But I had a single shot 22 that I was.
You were nailing them.
Trey, I see a potential future promotion for Cliff Harrison squirrels. What do you think?
We need to get Cliff up to the world champion squirrel cook-off in Springdale at our our Ozark Highlands Nature Center up there. We started hosting that event 3 or 4 years ago, and it's huge. Cliff, you were joking about not really being into eating the squirrel when you were younger, but you would be amazed at what these camp chefs and even some real chefs from restaurants will show up sometimes. We'll have 30, 40 teams up there, and it's pretty remarkable what they can do with the lowly squirrel.
Yeah, well,
here's a couple questions.
I'll give it a try.
Here's one from our Middleton Air text line. Trey, could you provide some details about the hiking permit that's being implemented? I don't understand why we need a permit to walk on public land. Is that you guys?
Yeah, we had a new regulation that went into effect July 1st, which basically, if you don't already have a hunting or fishing license and you are going to use one of our Game and Fish owned WMAs, this doesn't apply to all public land. It actually applies to about 12% of the public land in Arkansas, as well as Game and Fish lakes. So it doesn't apply to Ouachita, Hamilton, Beaver, any of those big lakes, but just the Game and Fish lakes. There's a $10. You got to get this $10.50 conservation permit, and so here's kind of the story on that. For many, many years, really, hunters and anglers have paid for conservation through our license purchases, as well as the excise taxes paid on sporting equipment, firearms, ammunition, rods and reels, boats, all that good stuff. So the federal government imposes an excise tax on these manufacturers, which obviously is passed on to the consumer, and that is through the Sport Fish and Wildlife Restoration Acts. That's a big source of funding for Arkansas Game and Fish and every fish and wildlife agency across the country. And so this is really an attempt to kind of engage that for lack of a better term, non-consumptive audience. Those things besides hunting and fishing, your kayakers, canoeing,
right,
hiking, bird watching, mountain bikes, all that good stuff. Just a way to kind of engage with those customers and help them, give them the opportunity to help pay directly for conservation in Arkansas.
Trey, you want to go ahead and hit his open, Rod? You want Todd to do either one? Let's hit his open to make it official, please.
Todd, I won't touch it. I'll let you do it.
I'll take care of it.
It's Trey Reed from the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. If you have questions about outdoor life in Arkansas, Trey is the guy with the answers. He's brought to you by Howard's Truck Parts and Service, providing on-site and 24-hour roadside assistance from headlight to tail light and everything in sight. HowersTruckParts.com.
Thanks again to Powers Truck Parts and Service in North Little Rock. Another question here. Did you guys see, and did Trey see, the latest man versus beast encounter, a bull bison? There was a older gentleman in Yellowstone that was Cliff was probably, what do you say, Roger, 30 yards away, 40 yards away, watching this bison that had laid down and was just in the dirt. That bison gets up and sees him, and I think the old man was with his son, and so the bison takes off after him, and he runs around these trees, a pretty big group of trees, and you think there's no way that bison's going to continue. Well, that bison keeps chasing him around, and it gets him, hits him, knocks him about 10 feet in the air. It doesn't kill him, but he's in serious condition. Trey, did you see that?
I did see that. One of those shows up every now and then, which always gets the National Park Service to put their social media accounts out there. Don't pet the fluffy cows.
Yeah.
and I got to say, this guy was, as you noted, David, he wasn't like, trying to walk up and touch the bison or anything like that. It was, I think that bison might have had some testosterone raging through his.
That's what they were saying. Well, he was in a safe area. I mean, there's a picnic table over there, so
but just goes to show you, though. You don't.
Well, because of rut, he was in rut.
Yeah.
So it was that time. Yeah. So he was looking, and they don't eat people, So,
that's right.
Yeah, he
Roger, I'm very impressed with your usage of the term rut. That's very well done, sir.
Learn from the best.
Here's something here. It says Cliff. I grew up hunting squirrels too. I was allowed to use an ancient single-shot 16 gauge. The greatest sniper during Vietnam, Carlos Hathcock, who was an Arkansan, I think, learned to shoot by hunting squirrels with a single-shot 22 to feed his family in central Arkansas. Power to squirrel hunters. I don't know if you've heard about this guy, but one of the great snipers.
I've heard those stories before.
Yeah.
Just a kid, who came from, like an Audie Murphy, who had come from squirrel hunting from out this way. Did the same thing.
Well, I had a 410, so I did 410 shotgun, so it wouldn't shoot 20 yards. You couldn't hit it.
Cliff, the last time I went squirrel hunting, I went with my buddy R.J. Hawk. I don't think. Were you with us? No, it was not you, and it was not Trey. And I killed a couple on the day before Thanksgiving. A couple of squirrels.
Oh boy.
And
guilty.
I think I was with you, Roger.
Were you?
I wasn't on the deer stand with you. I think we were actually deer hunting, but the deer weren't very cooperative that afternoon.
That's exactly right. The deer
you turned it into a squirrel hunt.
Well, that's exactly right. And
you'd have a 30-30.
And I'm hoping no deer shows up, Cliff.
He was shooting with a much bigger firearm than probably necessary.
He's had a 22.
Yeah. Well, Jason Brown got him. And took him, and he cooked him up and did all that sort of thing. But it broke my heart because they were just out frolicking on the night before Thanksgiving, and I did that. And from that point on,
you felt guilty.
It's 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
You should have put dumplings in there with them.
Well, and I've had them. I think Trey's brought us some. Trey, what was the last thing you brought up to us, Trey?
It was a rabbit pot pie. I think was what I brought y'all back in February.
A rabbit pot pie. It was good.
661-1037 is the number here. It said, I read that Grandpa and his grandson were 100 yards away when a vehicle startled the bison before it began its rage. Somebody said, Steve said, that bison just left Low T Center. So
they said somebody, to that guy's point, I think I'd also heard that maybe a car horn had startled the thing. Again, it was... it was just
boy. What a nightmare! That old man's just trying to run around the trees. And here's one that says, "Trey, do hikers have to wear hunter orange during deer season?"
Wow, that would be a really good idea.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, if you're not hunting, there's no requirement to wear hunter orange. But yeah, we encourage folks, if they're spending time out in the woods during a gun deer season, to definitely put that hunter orange on, just so to be safe and let folks know where you are.
Here's one from Billy the Kid. Wants to know Trey's opinion on fishing below the dam when they are generating. I haven't had luck when they are.
Yeah, I mean, you got to change your tactics up. I think he's referring to our trout tailwaters, which we talk about with you guys a lot because we've done some trout fishing together. But they're all the thing that makes trout possible in Arkansas, because they're not native here. It's the cold water releases from our big hydroelectric dams on the big upland reservoirs. And so, when they crank it up, you got to, obviously, if you're wading, you got to be careful and watch that current. But it also really necessitates changing your tactics up a little bit.
Let's go to break, Todd. But I'm looking over here. We're in the study of Cliff Harris, and I see a picture of you and your father.
Yeah,
and he's got a string of fish. So what are the fish, and where is that from?
Well, that's from the Caddo River, at Glenwood, Arkansas.
Right.
We lived there at that time, and I think those are bass. And he was a purist because he was a fly rod fisherman and topwater fisherman, and then they came out with plastic worms, and I was not. So I ended up following my dad's path and becoming a topwater fisherman. And
what a great photo. What year would that have been? That would have been
probably 1820. I don't know. I can figure it out mathematically, but I don't want to tell you.
Listen, Cliff looks absolutely fantastic. Remember, this guy played in 5 Super Bowls. 5 Super Bowls in 10 years. He was six consecutive years in the Pro Bowl. He still holds the record for the Cowboys. No other DB has been a six-time Pro Bowler, if memory serves me right. When we did the tour last year, that's the tour guide pointed that out. It's on the walls here.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's where we're going to be today at the Star. What is the number that the Cowboys are up to now? I think the value of the franchise is like 11, because if the Seattle Seahawks are now 9.6, the Cowboys got to be like 11 or 12.
Gosh, yeah.
All right, if you got a question for Trey, we got it for a few more minutes. Appreciate Trey coming in, and we're here at the home of Cliff Harris. Take a look at the webcam if you want to see some cool shots. We'll have Roger show some different angles, and I see a lot of gold, the pictures of gold that was the old matchup between. So think about this. Cliff, you had the great rivalry with Pittsburgh, had a great rivalry with the Redskins.
100%.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
Boy. That was brutal.
It was one we wanted. We always had to be. It was the Cowboys and the Redskins.
Yeah.
Cowboys and the Redskins, and those were some great games, man.
All right, do not go away. 6:45 on Morning Mayhem.
Every time you drive through a work zone, it's not just cones and signs out there. It's real people doing their jobs, trying to get home at the end of the day. In Arkansas, many transportation workers have been tragically killed or injured serving our state, with families whose lives are changed forever. All because the driver, even for a second, stopped paying attention. It only takes a quick glance at your phone to change everything. And keep in mind, that's not just dangerous, it's also a moving traffic violation. Speeding's another big one. Those reduced speed signs aren't there for decoration. They're put there to protect lives. And if the workers are present, those fines are doubled. Bottom line, there's zero tolerance for reckless or distracted driving in work zones. Law enforcement's out there, and they will pull you over. Keep in mind, most work zones are only a few miles long. Slowing down and staying focused for that stretch, it's really not asking much. Because at the end of the day, whether you're behind the wheel or working on the road, we're all just trying to make it home. Slow down. Phone down. A message from the Arkansas Department of Transportation.
Hello, this is Justin Acree. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and a new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walk-in care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Hi, folks. It's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Sherwood. And the manufacturer has stepped up, and we're going to move some vehicles. The vehicle you've been waiting for and dream of is here, but not for long. These deals end July 31st, so hurry in right now. This is the biggest sale of the summer. I've got Ram trucks up to $20,000 off, and that includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. I've got the all-new Grand Cherokees up to $10,000 off. We've got the new Grand Wagoneers under $60,000 starting at $59,997. And I also got the new Rams, including the 10-year 100, starting at $39,997. We're paying top dollar for your trade. So get pre-approved at FletcherCredit.com. Shop online at FletcherDeals.com. When these deals are gone, they're gone. So get down to 5922 Warden Road in Sherwood or call us at 501-834-7700.
Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Roseville is your headquarters for pool and spa chemicals. Luxury Pool and Spa is ready to get your pool balanced and swim ready with Pool Life and Baquasil Pool Chemicals. Luxury Pool and Spa is also a proud dealer of Polywood Outdoor Furniture, Climate Tough Materials, Color Stay Technology, and the 20-year warranty. If you're thinking about a hot tub, they have the amazing Caldera hot tubs in stock on their showroom floor. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
If you already scheduled your garage door tune-up for just $79, please disregard this message. If you don't have a garage door, you're off the hook. For the rest of you, why would you spend more than just $79? Overhead Door Company of Little Rock will perform their garage door tune-up and safety inspection for just $79 on up to 3 garage doors and openers. Call 501-510-6399 or schedule online, overheaddooroflittlerock.com.
Tune in each week for I Did Not See That Coming in the Zone. Every Tuesday, Justin and Phil discuss those stories that cause you to raise an eyebrow. I Did Not See That Coming is presented by Moe's Southwest Grill with the $9.99 lunch special, where you'll get a junior burrito, chips, queso, and a drink for only $9.99 in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Benton, and Conway.
Hey, everybody, this is NFL Hall of Famer Dan Hampton, and I love hanging out with Baz and the boys on The Buzz. Tune in every morning so you can get the news just like I do.
All right, 6:50, wrapping up this segment with Trey Reed. Appreciate Trey always coming in here on Wednesday mornings, and thanks to Powers Truck Parts and Service in North Little Rock for his sponsorship. If you've got a question for Trey before we get out of here, let us know. Here at the home of Cliff Harris, someone said, where is it at? So some people claim legend status, and some folks like Cliff Harris are undeniably legends. Yeah. Well done. Yeah, you are a undeniable legend. I mean, you just the numbers state it all.
Yeah, Mike Mobley was asking a question about Cliff, if Cliff used to exercise up on Brady Mountain Road, and if he used to run up and down those mountains, and Cliff says he did. Mike Mobley says that back when he was a kid on the dock with T.P. Jones, I don't know if that name, he said he used to hang out with you guys. You used to hang out with him on the dock.
Yeah, that's true. That happened. That goes back a long way.
Long time. Well, that's just another great memory. Just another great memory.
Trey, do you have anything you need to get out before we let you go?
You know, guys, it's kind of like I'm in the same boat you are this time of year. It's the doldrums, man. There's not just a lot of outdoor activities to talk about. But the one thing I would mention, want to give a shout out to our newest Arkansas Game and Fish Commissioner, Steve Keeter from Paragould, who was appointed, I think, 2 weeks ago now by Governor Sanders. So congratulations to Steve Keeter. He will be joining the commission actually today and tomorrow for his first meeting of his 7-year term on the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
We had on Mike Cadell. Yesterday.
I heard Mike and Jessica talking. Yeah, our former director, who's now the Dallas County Sheriff.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that he had come on the show when he was the director of Game and Fish.
You know, one of his last official acts as Arkansas Game and Fish Commissioner, and he made sure this happened, was he had to play Beat the Baz. And,
he told me he beat me.
I think
he told me he beat me.
I'm not sure if the fix was in, but I think he did. Sorry, Mike.
If you go to the webcam that Roger has set up, great shot of Cliff. Right behind him, he's got the elk, which is beautiful. The horns there, and you've got flanking 2 of the replica Super Bowl trophies, 2 of the trophies saying you were the professional athlete of the year in Arkansas. Just really a cool setup in here. A great career. You know, if you look, Trey and Roger, if you compare numbers, hard to argue with Cliff being, up there with saying the greatest athlete to come out of Arkansas in terms of accomplishments. Yeah. We talk about Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen won 6 world championships. You guys certainly say that.
Sure.
Who was another one? We always Brooks Robinson,
Lance Allworth.
Lance Allworth. Although Lance didn't win, I don't know how many Super Bowls he won.
But you were born and bred. You were born and bred in Arkansas.
That's right.
As well.
And did Lance? Did you? You didn't overlap with Lance?
Yeah, I did.
You did at the Cowboys.
Well, there's a story behind that. Because when he first came to the Cowboys, that was I don't know, remember exactly what it was, my first year or second, but. And I'd grown up as a Lance Allworth fan, and I counted back because we were practicing and at Thousand Oaks, and my number was going to be his, and I was going to have to cover him. I said, "Oh, I can't cover Lance Oliver." so we thank goodness he went sideline route instead of, and he caught it. So, nice. I didn't want him to beat me deep.
Sure. Well, and it's also too, Trey. You got to be, as a guy representing Game and Fish, you got to love when you turn on the radio or you do this segment with Cliff and you hear him talking about as a kid, being with his dad shooting squirrel and then catching trout. That's exactly what you want to hear, right?
Absolutely. It's you're talking about all the memorabilia there, and that Cliff's got Super Bowl replica trophies right next to elk and photos of deer and squirrels and all that. It goes to speak to, and you guys know this from the calls we get, but how culturally important hunting and fishing is to the state of Arkansas and people growing up here.
Well, I tell you, I used to love it. It was freezing cold, and my dad would get us up before daylight, and we'd get out there at Crystal Springs and go. And I'd sit under a big oak tree and still hunt. And we didn't use dogs, but we were still hunters, perfectionists.
No deer. Go ahead, Trey.
And the single shot.
Yeah. The thing, still hunting for squirrels is probably one of the greatest ways to become a good hunter and woodsman in general terms, because you have to pay so much attention to everything and just really get focused in on what's going on. So you learn more about the squirrels and just the woods in general and the other critters that are out there. It's a great way to become a good woodsman for sure.
Right. It keeps you look for movement.
Yeah,
and that's probably helped me in football.
What's the movie where the squirrel? What was that? And that was
Christmas Vacation. Christmas Vacation. You're absolutely right.
Trey, listen, Summer of Adventure. We were in Atlanta for 2 NASCAR races Saturday and Sunday night. We're here in Dallas today. I'm going to be in Tampa for SEC Media Days Saturday through next Thursday. Our Summer of Adventure is running out of time to get a fishing adventure in. Trey, what are we going to do, man?
Here's the beauty of that. Well, number one, I will remind you that I've been asking for your calendars for about a month and a half now.
I know.
And I know those calendars fill up. But here's the beauty of fishing in Arkansas. We can do it essentially year round. So, like, if we don't get it in the official meteorological summer of June, July, and August, there's still opportunities out there.
And we only have a minute or two here, but Cliff, one of the things I noticed, and you remember the name of the lake. I'm telling you what's beautiful. When you cross into Dallas, that lake is a lake sort of with the H.
Hubbard?
Ray Hubbard. I mean, and then you circle back around and go over the lake, coming over here. Yeah. I feel like I'm going over not a lake, but a gulf. I mean, like the bay down at the Gulf of Mexico down there. It's beautiful. It's giant. Do people fish that? Is that a big popular fishing deal, or is it really more skiing and that kind of deal? It's
a combination of both. I fished that lake. It's a okay lake. It's not like Ouachita.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Ouachita is your favorite, right?
Yeah, Ouachita is my favorite.
Listen, a lot of people were fighting mad. We can't lose Cliff to Lake Hamilton. He's a Ouachita guy.
Yeah, Bill Barnes, but he's upset with me, but I still have my place.
Right. And Steve Qualls.
Yeah, Steve Qualls. It's like he's gone from. You go from what would be a comparison going from Ouachita to Lake Hamilton? Is like what would that be?
Country to the city,
maybe.
Yeah, that's like a reverse Green Acres situation there.
I mean, going from space to madness. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
It really is. I mean, you're talking about Lake Ray Hubbard there, different. Much like Hamilton. I mean, there's essentially development all the way around Hamilton. A little small exception, especially on the southern part where Garvin Gardens is. But and then Ouachita. Zero development on it outside of Bill's, and other outfitters' cabins and what have you. But it's essentially just all nature around it. So it is a stark contrast, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Trey, thanks so much. Thanks to Powers Truck Parts and Service in North Little Rock. We appreciate you, Trey.
Thank you.
We'll
An honor to be on with Cliff Harris. Y'all have a great rest of your show.
Thanks, Trey. Bob. All right, we'll come back. We'll visit with another legend, Craig O'Neill. So do not go away. We'll visit with Cliff about some great memories. Got a big day over at the Star.
Huge day.
Big day at the Star. The Cliff Harris Award goes out today. Don't go away. 7 o'clock on Morning Mayhem.
Over and the summer's coming. The days are getting long. I waited all winter for the time to be right, just to take you along, baby.
don't understand ourselves either. 103.7 The Buzz.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bell. When you think about buying a car, we want you to think Bell Chevrolet. Not just because we want your business, but because we want to be on your side. That's what buying a car should look like. Simple, stress-free, knowing you have someone in your corner. We have something for every budget, new or pre-owned. I keep telling y'all it's better at Bell. Now it's time to come find out for yourself. Come see us on Chenal Parkway or shop at bellchevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Transmission or driveline trouble slowing you down? Trust the experts at Powers Truck Parts and Service in North Little Rock. As an Allison Authorized Service Center, their certified technicians provide professional Allison service, along with expert driveline rebuilds for heavy-duty trucks and equipment. From U-joints and carrier bearings to diagnostics and maintenance, they'll help you keep your trucks rolling. From headlight to tail light and everything in sight, Powers gets the job done right the first time. Visit PowersTruckParts.com today.
Sports talk and entertainment.
I can't understand you food in your mouth.
That'll put a smile on your face.
I'm being serious. I can't understand.
Divers have found the body of a missing 85-year-old man in Garland County. Thomas Ross's body was discovered on Lake Hamilton just before noon yesterday. He was reported missing on Monday. Investigators learned that he was cleaning his boat when he disappeared. His body has been sent to the state crime lab to determine an official cause of death. And a new hearing for Joseph Duggar's Florida case has been set for September 15th. Duggar is accused of molesting a child while on vacation in Florida. Duggar's attorney says he believed the state of Florida received all discovery from Arkansas in this case. Of course, to stay up to date on this and several other stories, head to our website, krk.com. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Jessica Rockwell.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888 for Rainwater Holton Sexton. They'll help you weather the storm.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
More rain showers and thunderstorms are likely today. It's a 70% chance of rain. Temperatures will stay down, only a high of 86 degrees this afternoon. Tonight, pretty much remains mostly cloudy with a slight chance of a shower overnight. Tomorrow as well, a slight chance of a shower with a high of 91. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
This is Trey Schapp. Tune in each Friday morning at 5:30 right here on The Buzz as I bring you From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. If you like to hear interesting stories about the game of golf, this is for you. You can also find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Old number 53 here, and back in my day, I was fortunate to be around some great teams, along with some great teammates. And even now, all these years later, I'm also grateful to be a part of a great team here at 103.7 The Buzz. But you know another great team that I've come to appreciate over the years? It's the team over at Edwards Food Giant, and there are 11 stores located all over the metropolitan area, including their Edwards Cash Saver stores. And let me tell you this, if you haven't been to the newest Edwards Food Giant in North Little Rock in the Lakewood Village Shopping Center, you really need to stop by there. This store is truly the most beautiful grocery store that I've ever been inside of. The layout with their used selection and inventory, including their deli and salad bars, is the best. Of course, their meat department at Edwards will truly blow you away too. That newest Edwards store has everything from heat and eat, meal solutions, weekly specials, to a giant wine department, to their dry-aged beef that's been temperature and humidity controlled for 28 days in their cooler, resulting in a steak that's tender, flavorful, and unlike any steak you've ever had. So see for yourself why the team at Edwards Food Giant is now Central Arkansas's favorite place to shop.
Rodney Carrington, live on stage.
Nobody can afford to break up now. 2 bags of groceries about $500. We're going to be eating our boogers in about 3 or 4 weeks.
Saturday, September 19th at Saracen Casino Event Center. Buy your tickets now at Ticketmaster. Don't miss Rodney Carrington.
That bait shop's going to pick up. Y'all got any crickets down here? We got minnows left. Can I get about 2 dozen of those?
Produced by Saracen Casino Resort.
Injured? Let's talk about getting help now.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888.
Whether injured at night, on a weekend, or a holiday,
dial 8 for Rainwater Holton Sexton.
888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Clint Sterner here for Low T Center, y'all, and it's time to celebrate. This July is America's 250th birthday, and Low T Center is celebrating 250 years of freedom with their own 250 for 250 deal. All month long, all the fellas out there who start testosterone therapy and stay on it for 90 days, they're going to put $250 back in your pocket, huh? I'm telling you, Low T Center, it's where you win. Our founding fathers recognized that to change our circumstances, we must be free. And 250 years later, you have that freedom. So if you're over 40 with low energy, low sex drive, and not feeling like yourself, you don't have to stay that way, man. Low T Center's where it's at. Come celebrate 250 years of America with the Low T Center 250 for 250 deal, because bringing back the energy and vitality of your youth is worth celebrating, dang it. Offer ends July the 31st. Go to fixmylowt.com right now for that free T-test. That's fixmylowt.com. Y'all get there, make it happen. Let's celebrate. Terms and conditions apply.
It's the win-win that leads to a grin. You get a family membership to the Little Rock Racket Club or Athletic Club. You get in shape, they get in the pool, and boy, do they have pools. Your Little Rock Racket or Athletic Club. People will witness the fitness.
FanDuel, in partnership with Oakline Sports, is now available right here in the state of Arkansas. And on the biggest soccer stage in the world this summer, FanDuel, in partnership with Oakline Sports, is changing the soccer game with a feature built in for soccer fans. Because sometimes your players get subbed out, and your bet goes with them. It can happen at any moment. 1 minute they're on the pitch creating chances, and the next they're heading back to the bench. Well, not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your soccer player is subbed out, your bet stays in, that's right. When your player leaves the match, your bet automatically continues on with the substitute player. So whether the action happens early, late, or deep into the stoppage time, you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/Arkansas to get started now. FanDuel, in partnership with Oakland Sports. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 plus and present in Arkansas. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Country music star and Arkansas native Joe Nichols joins Morning Mayhem each week courtesy of Powers Truck Parts and Service. Does your heavy-duty truck need service? Call Powers Truck Parts and Service with everything from headlights to taillights. Online at powerstruckparts.com. It's Joe Nichols with Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio.
Oh my goodness me!
Here are David Bazzel.
He's got Vincent Ontavarello out.
Roger Scott.
I don't know Chickabigby Baseball Wall.
And Justin Moore.
That's how a pro chef would tell you to eat it.
All right, it is 7:06 on this Wednesday, Hump Day, July 15th. Glad you're with us. Morning Mayhem. A two-time Super Bowl champion, all-decade team of the NFL in the 70s. And today we are going to the Star, where we'll be presenting the Cliff Harris Award to three winners representing Division II, Division III, and NAI. That you stay connected with.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have that both at the Cowboys and back in Arkansas.
That's true. That's true. Good point.
So, but we go back, and I used to have a golf tournament that I'd play, or a gathering of these guys in all my buddies that were played with me at Ouachita.
Right.
And we'd have a golf tournament, and we'd play, and now all these guys are beaten up, and some of them, they're showing up the football injuries after all these years.
They're all really good dudes.
Yeah,
you know, and they love you.
It's a great. I mean, it was just a great honor for me to go to Ouachita Baptist and have those close friends that I have. I try to get them back together up there.
Yeah, you still try. You try to go to games as much as you can.
Yeah, I try to go to many of the games and have them out at Mountain Harbor for a dinner and hanging out.
Todd Knight is a football very successful. I guess the winningest coach in the history of OBU. As of this past year, David Sharp. We may hear from him today. The athletic director, great guy over there.
I hope he calls in. I hope David Sharp calls in today.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. And but then too, you mentioned your Cowboy connections here. Your teammates, Roger Staubach's.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Roger's about 8 years older than you.
Yeah.
And you came into the league in 1970, correct?
Right.
And he had been there before. Of course, that's where Roger Scott got his name.
Yes.
And it's, one of the funniest things ever, Cliff, is hearing Roger tell the story when we brought you in. Kelsey flew in with his big plane. You're the president of Energy. What's it
Energy
called?
Transfer.
Yeah, he flew in. It was Coach Stallings, Gene Stallings.
Yeah,
it was,
very scary man.
Who was your? I don't know why I'm having a blank on your safety buddy.
Charlie Waters.
Charlie Waters, and who else came in? Drew Pearson.
Drew Pearson.
Also agent guy.
Gil Brandt.
Gil Brandt. And then who was the DB that came in with you guys? I can't remember who else it was. There was one other player that came in. But anyway, this is a funny thing. So Roger had never met Roger Staubach.
Oh,
and so and of course not and Gene Stallings either. And so the two stories about him trying to communicate with Roger and then trying to communicate with Gene Stallings, very intimidating guy.
Very intimidating.
Two of the great stories.
Yeah.
And Roger,
I'm sitting there on the bus with Gene Stallings and Wes Sutton, our good buddy Wes Sutton, is in charge of getting things signed by everybody, for the Touchdown Club and whatnot. And for me to be on that, I had to earn my keep on that bus. So he said, I'm going to give you this stuff and you pass them around and you get everybody to sign them. I said, oh, fantastic. That's easy. Everybody here is a captured artist. So I go and I start with Mr. Stallings and I asked, Mr. Coach, would you sign this? And we'll take it. And he looks at me. He's talking to two people. Maybe I interrupted, but he takes it, he signs it, passes it around. Get something else. I take it to him. Now he's starting to look at me. One's too many, So I go back again. He signs something else, and he goes, "How many more of these? How many more of these do I have?"
That's a look. He gave you that look at my picture.
Oh, brother. That look.
And his voice does sound like that. Yeah.
How many more of these do I need to sign?
Exactly.
And I said, "Well, I don't know. It's probably just a few more, I think." So I go back and get another one, and he goes, "Now, son, you told me that was the last thing I was ever going to have to sign.
Sounds like it.
Now, either you were lying or didn't tell me the truth. Which is it?" That was the last time I talked to Gene Stallings. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it right there. So then I see Roger Staubach, and I'm talking to him and going on and on. And as I'm looking at him, Cliff, it's like when I was looking at you sitting at the McClarg's bar. As I'm sitting there talking to Roger Staubach, looking at Roger Staubach, all I hear is Charlie Brown's teacher, because I'm just looking at him. I'm 50 years old at the time. I'm a 50-year-old man, and I'm talking to him, and he's talking to me, and all I hear is wah, 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 wah. And I'm looking at him going, "You are the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I cannot believe this," and everything. And he goes on, and I ask him about his grandkids. He says something about his grandkids, and he says he's not quite as agile as he used to be type thing. And all I could say as he's telling me this, Cliff, is, "You look good." And that was it right there.
You were a man of words.
Oh, my gosh.
They didn't come out.
Wasn't long after that he goes, "Oh, hey, Charlie, let me cut." So then he moves off the bus to another set, and I just sat there, but I still have my moment.
It was cool. And if you remember at that meeting, the Touchdown Club, and we should go back and get the clip. I need to ask Tony Rankiner. He's coming down on the trip today.
Good.
So Roger Staubach got up there and said, Cliff Harris changed the way the position was played at safety.
He sure did.
Because he said now quarterbacks had to account for the safety because you were much more aggressive coming up in the box, run support, and those kind of things. Right. And the safeties up to that time had really not done that. So I thought that was a great compliment by Roger.
Well, that was a really, because of the Landry flex defense allowed me to do that, and it was and I like to do it.
Yeah.
So, you cracked helmets, both opponents and yourself.
If you go back, and by the way, Todd Pierce producing for us today. Let us know if when Craig comes in the studio.
He just stepped in to give us.
Okay.
He's not going to. He's being delayed.
You go back and look. You go back and look at the video of your hit. And you would get out. You left your body out there. You would take some hits where you got up woozy. And again, you would not have been able to make it today. That style of play is not. So I was going to ask you: do you feel a lot of talk about CTE, a lot of talk about, brain, how the brain's affected. Do you feel like that's affected you? All those you now listen.
My wife would.
Do you wake up? Do you wake up sometimes and feel like you're in the fog? Do you feel the physical effects? Do you think of that?
Well, I mean, I still have. I still hobble around a little bit. Yeah. But I'm in relatively good shape for.
Yeah,
I've just had a physical.
Oh my gosh, you look like you got about 5% body fat to show off. You really do. I mean, you look like you're. How much do you weigh, if you don't mind me asking?
I weigh about 195.
You're 195. What was your playing weight?
185.
Ridiculous. You're 6'2"? What are you, 6'2", 6'3"?
6'2".
Yeah, I mean,
you're right under 6'2".
Yeah, you're still in great shape. You really are.
But I tried, because I'm fortunate enough to have in my backyard here in Dallas a green belt that I can walk up and down, and I do it. I mean, I practice it. I mean,
you do a great. Yeah, you make that up. Even when you talk about going to hot springs. And
and I'm hiking. So, but it's I like to do it when it's hottest. That's the thing that you need to do if you're trying to lose weight, is walk it when it's hot. Well, because you burn more calories.
That's helping you. I think all that helps you. Your mental capacities and all those things. But if anybody could say, you look at their career and thinks hitting could affect you. You were as big a hitter as they called you Captain Crash. Your book, don't you say Captain Crash is the name of your book? 2 books. We need to read those.
Captain Crash. Well, I like to think that I gave more than I've received.
You did, my friend. Let's bring in Craig O'Neill. Craig, good morning. How are you?
Hey, I just want to know, did Cliff know y'all were coming? I mean, you didn't show up at the door and go, "Hey, we want to do the morning show here this morning."
Yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Craig, he cleaned up. He cleaned up his study like no other. Listen, Craig. He's pulling out playbooks. He's pulling out playbooks from Super Bowls and really cool stuff.
They're ancient. Saved the playbooks.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I still had mine. I wish I did.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
And but I retired early. I went in to see Coach Landry and said he didn't expect me to retire, so I got to keep my playbook.
Well, that's the other thing. Roger and I'd forgotten you retired at 31.
Yeah. I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
CTE would have been an issue. I gotta know
of an issue. What's in the playbook? Is it all diagrams?
All those things. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's just a description.
Matter of fact, let me give him a description. And Todd, you may need it if you can jack his volume up a little bit, Todd, if you can. Okay. I'm going to read to you. I took a picture of it. This is a description of a particular play and how they want it to be defensive. Now, this is defensively speaking.
Yeah.
All right. This is the. Techniques for strong HB. After keying for in run and flow, start a slight back pedal to not give intentions away. Engage the wing on his outside shoulder when he's about 6 to 7 yards deep.
Right. I know what it is. That's 34.
It's important that you give complete concentration to the wing when you're engaging him. Do not try to clue the QB and hit the receiver at the same time. After you've made contact with the wing, stay with him step for step and cover all over the field. If the wing runs any kind of inside route, you can count on some eventual help. But if he gets outside enough, he's yours all the way. You are trying to eliminate a particular receiver when using this technique.
Wow. Sounds like Coach Landry.
Wow.
I get it. I know what he's talking about.
You do. Well, that defense, Craig, was a very intricate, tough defense to learn. I mean, it was a high intellectual type defense.
Right. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't think so. I've always engaged the wing.
What you
shaking wing?
Engage the wing. Of course, it was called the Doomsday Defense.
Right.
Yeah.
It was flex.
Because they couldn't figure out.
Flex defense, yes.
Flex strong and flex weak. And banjo and
look
all
at
the
you.
other terms.
I wish I'd reached out to Terry
48.
Bradshaw and did not get an answer. Probably waited too late to try to get him because you guys had some really great competitions between the two of you.
I don't want to talk about those.
Yeah. He got the best of you a little bit. Let's tell you what. Let's do two things. I see that David Sharp's on the phone. Let's do Craig's intro, Todd or Raj, if we can, and then we'll get to David Sharp.
And then we'll get to the wing.
Yes.
He's a legend in the state of Arkansas.
See, if y'all run out on the field, it's going to say Texas.
His 55 years in television and radio broadcasting is unparalleled.
Who is on your ticket at 10 o'clock?
The Shonda
get on out here. Come on now. My door is open.
He has raised over $40 million for charity.
May I ask who I'm talking to?
This is Bill Clinton, and I'm trying to save the taxpayers' money by moving myself.
Please welcome Craig O'Neill. Craig O'Neill on Morning Mayhem is brought to you by Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Oh, thanks.
Craig to Genesis of Conway, thank you. Craig, matter of fact, we see you, Craig, on the camera.
Oh, yeah. I'm seeing y'all.
Yeah, you look behind Cliff's head, and you see flanking Super Bowl trophy, the replicas, of course, and then an elk that he killed, and then there's trophies for Outstanding Professional Athlete of the Year in Arkansas, and then also your Pro Bowl, right? Those are Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl trophies.
Yeah. Let's bring in David Sharp, who was the athletic director at OBU. He was there when you get the stadium renamed to Cliff Harris Award Stadium. Cliff Harris Stadium, rather. Good morning, David. How are you?
Hey, good morning, David and Roger and Craig and of course Cliff. Cliff, I wish I was there.
Well,
we invited him. Yeah, we invited him. And of course, David's been down there a bunch.
Hey, Cliff, I think Cliff knows. Cliff knows I've been on a trip with my son Jordan, and I really just got back last night. And otherwise, I'd be there. But David, Roger, how about that study? Huh?
Yeah.
How about that?
Very cool. Yeah. It is just, and it's packed. I mean, every inch has something really cool. I take pictures of his family. Yeah, it is.
It's amazing. And David, I got to tell you a quick story. You were talking about all those playbooks and notes and all of the different things from when Cliff played. And of course, being a former defense coordinator, it just intrigued me. When Cliff moved to the house he's in, he moved from about a mile away. And I was down there in his other study, which was a cool study, and he was going through all these things. And I spent about 3 hours in that study one night, and he's showing me all this Dallas Cowboys playbook stuff from all these different games, the game plans each week, his scribbling and all of that. I was so amazed and I was so intrigued, and it's very easy to see why he is, in my opinion, the best free safety in NFL football history, especially in the 2000s.
You really may be a little prejudiced, David.
Well, the great part of the story is not just his accomplishments; it's where he came from. Craig, you heard us tell the story.
Right.
He really only got one offer. Coming out of Des Arc, it was because Rex Nelson's dad was roommates with your dad,
Red Nelson.
Yeah, and he convinced Buddy Bob
to give
you the one opportunity, and you go on and you knock it out of the park, have a great career at OBU, but then again, not drafted. And you show up at
120 rookies.
Yeah, 120 rookies for tryout, and you make an impression. And not only do you make the team, now you were telling everybody, or you're telling me and Roger, you're having to deal with your military commitment back then.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Tell us how you juggled that.
I was the only rookie to make the starting lineup my rookie year, and I was having a great year. I got a couple of game balls for it, and then I had to go because that was the time of the Vietnam War.
Yeah,
and I was. They called my draft number was 66.
Wow.
And they called me and said, you got to go to Fort Polk, Louisiana for active duty. And I'd made the starting lineup of the Cowboys.
How about that?
And I made
Are you kidding me?
A free agent.
You have to leave.
And I have to leave. And Gil Brandt, thank goodness for Gil Brandt, went to a senator in Arkansas.
Yeah.
And got him to help me be able to fly back. So listen to this. This is unbelievable. Fly back on Saturday. I was the platoon leader in Fort Polk. There was I had 30 guys that I had to leave. They were in basic training,
right?
Which was hard,
right.
And I'd get to fly out and fly back to Dallas.
But that had to be cool, though. They had to be your guys had to be going.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, our leader is playing football for the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday.
Yeah, and they'd watch the game, and then I'd fly back and get them.
How did you practice? How did you prepare for games?
I didn't. I couldn't, and because Richmond Flowers took my spot. took my spot, and who was an Olympic hurdler from Tennessee, and then he couldn't play. He didn't make the cut, and Charlie Waters took my spot, and then and he played the rest of the year. They got beat by. He went for an interception on John Mackey in the Super Bowl to Baltimore Colts and missed it, and Mackey caught it and made a difference in the game.
So you didn't play.
I played in the Super Bowl because I was played on and the number five back and all that situation, all that. But then I came back that next year and got my position back. I beat him out at safety, and
and you didn't have to deal with a military issue in 71.
You
did?
I did. I would have to go to weekend. I'd
Wow.
have to go in Dallas, go to the Arlington, halfway between Dallas and Fort Worth. I'd have to go out there on the weekends, and I'd get to sit in the general's office.
Wow.
and
that was the thing, people remember you were juggling that kind of stuff.
Oh gosh! And
so could it have been McClellan or Fulbright? Do those names ring a bell to you?
McClellan.
Okay,
McClellan.
That was a very, very powerful man.
Oh gosh!
In Washington D.C.
He really.
He said Gil Brandt walked into the steam room. Is that
that's
a different
story.
No.
That's the same story because Gil Brandt was trying to help me get out of. Get me to be able to fly back on weekends, and he went to Gil Brandt flew down to the General of the Fourth Army. And General of the Fourth Army got in, and think about what Gil Brandt pulled off, and then went in and got to the General of the Fourth Army, was in the steam room with General of the Fourth Army. He said, "There's a kid that I want to talk to you about, General." And he said, "Yeah, I've heard about this kid. He's in Fort Polk." I mean, the General of the Fourth Army.
So
and
of course the General knew.
And we can let him fly back on weekends. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
That's what that affected Craig. As
and
a matter
I
of fact.
played, so I'd come in and return kicks and played fifth back, and then I came back the next year and beat those guys out. I mean, Charlie Waters was my spot, and Charlie went to left corner, and then I played free safety.
It's a remarkable story.
So that's 1970. That's your rookie year.
Yeah, rookie
So
year.
between
That's
all
amazing.
of that and playing that and getting that ball there.
That game. I got the game ball my rookie year.
Roger's showing that on the camera now.
Got that game ball, thank goodness, my rookie year before I had to go to the Army.
Yeah, which is amazing. You know what? You worked your butt off to stay out of that Army and do it that way and earn it, obviously.
Yeah. And that's the other part, Craig. Yeah. Part of the story here is not just what he accomplished, what he had to do to get there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's
from Washington.
And that's why we have Cliff.
But every week you're down in Louisiana and you're back here, and that is a kind of the season you had.
But that's why we have Cliff Harris Award, because Cliff wanted to recognize the small school guys.
College. Yeah, they just don't get recognition.
How good the play. Some of them, we've had pro players, and some have not. But anyway, that's why you want to do the award. There's no other award like
Thank you, David.
Well, it was easy to honor a guy like you. And these kids, Craig, they get a $3,000 trophy. It's as cool as as cool as the Heisman.
Gosh,
you're a trophy expert, so if you're endorsing it must be a heck of a trophy. Here's my point. I don't think they should have named the stadium after you, or maybe they should have. They also should name the armory after you. The Cliff Harris Armory for people who are dedicated to both sides of the road. Man,
I agree with you on that. Yeah.
Did you consult Cliff with the trophy as far as what you wanted to do?
We found a really unique a photo of him hitting Harold Jackson for the Rams.
Yeah.
And it was actually it was a punt return.
Oh.
And it's sort of a deceptive shot, but it's a cool shot because it looks like his feet, Harold Jackson's feet, are going up in the air.
Yeah.
The ball
decleated.
And that it would have been a clean shot today.
Yes, it would. It would have been an illegal shot today.
Yeah, probably so. And I'll make sure to send you the picture of it, Craig. But it's a neat deal. Of course, we mentioned today is the birthday of John Stallworth.
Yeah.
Who you played against Stallworth and Swan and.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, they got you a couple times. Not just you, the whole secondary for the Cowboys.
Well, No.
They got us.
But didn't you beat them once?
No.
Did you not? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Sorry to bring
I've got
up.
a picture of me on the safety blitz, and I'm hurdling.
Oh, you're jumping over
Rocky Blyer.
It's a great shot. So
Rocky Blyer, and it's a great shot, except the next shot, he caught my toe.
Oh.
And next shot, I was into the ground, and Bradshaw threw a completed pass.
Oh, man.
I
got to know.
I'm with you, Cliff.
Who did you hate to see? Who did you hate to face? Who was that one player that you went, oh, gosh, I'm going to have to buckle up my chin strap tighter than ever because I'm going to face this guy?
Well, you're talking about either a quarterback. Typically, I would play the quarterback. That's what in my position. But the guy that was the hardest runner was Earl Campbell.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm telling
you had to. Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, what was that like?
Oh my gosh, I just didn't want to tackle. I mean, I like tackling. I didn't mind that I'd come up and hit people, but man, when you hit Earl Campbell, man, it was like hitting a bulldozer or something.
I've always said, Cliff, that and I was fortunate to get a chance to play against a couple of good running backs like Bo Jackson and Eric Dickerson, but I don't want any part of Earl Campbell because he was so fast and powerful, low to the ground, big thighs.
Yeah. Oh my God!
I mean, those videos of him running over people. In those early years.
Well, the great days back then were those tearaway jerseys.
Oh, yeah, you bet.
Yeah. Those were fantastic all the way around. Absolutely.
I tell you what we'll do. Let's take a break, and we'll come back. We'll check our questions on our Milton Heat and Air text line to see if anybody's got any questions. We'll come back. I'd like to hear, not now, but I want to hear what Craig O'Neill's team was back there in the 70s. Was it the Cowboys? Was it somebody else? Of course, now Jerry Jones has rolled in there, and the value of the Cowboys now, it is the most valuable franchise in the world of any sport, bigger than the soccer.
Wow.
Bigger than the soccer.
Jerry's done such a good job.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
But he just hadn't won a championship in 25 years.
30.
Well, hey,
and
still have the value of the Cowboys.
That's right. Yeah, it's for him.
He needs to thank me.
Yes, sir.
He does. He's a good.
You're on the ring of honor.
All right. Don't go away, everybody. We're live from Dallas, the home of Cliff Harris. Strength and Honor. We'll be back in just a minute with Craig O'Neill. 7:30.
Pat Bradley joins Morning Mayhem each week, presented by Bath Fitters. Get the tub or shower you deserve with no gimmicks, just real savings. Check them out at bathfitterlittlerock.com.
This is SportsCenter.
American League pitchers held the National League to just 3 hits and 3 total bases Tuesday in a 4-0 victory at the All-Star Game in Philadelphia. Cody Bellinger, the New York Yankees, got things going for the American League with a 2-run single in the bottom of the first inning. Yankees teammate Ben Rice added an RBI single later in the inning. That made it 3-0. Chicago White Sox third baseman Miguel Vargas hit a solo home run in the top of the 8th that set the final score. Toronto pitcher Dylan Cease, who started for the AL, was credited with the win after notching a walk and 3 strikeouts in his only inning of work. Philadelphia's Christopher Sanchez started for the NL. He took the loss after allowing all 3 first-inning runs on 3 hits with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. I'm Todd Pierce for the Buzz Radio Network.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
Rain chances are still high today, a 70% chance of rain and thunderstorms with a high of only 86 degrees. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a 20% chance of a shower or thunderstorm with an overnight low of 71. Tomorrow, we'll get back into the 90s, a high of 91, partly cloudy with some isolated showers or thunderstorms. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Wednesday on our third acre-free zone of the week. Joe Klein in with us for the entire show. We'll talk about Malik and we'll talk about Darius, how they're doing in the NBA Summer League. Also, with Caleb Origo now committing to Arkansas, we'll see how the big man fits into Cal's plans. Michael Felder stops by with us. We'll get into the day after the Major League All-Star Game, the start of the second half, what Razorback baseball may look like, birthday trivia, what's on tap, anything else we can dream up on an acre-free zone where sports and entertainment come crashing together.
David Bazzel here for Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry. When you're shopping for an engagement ring, experience matters. And at Jones & Son, you're shopping with one of the largest selections of engagement rings in Central Arkansas. They carry the biggest, most trusted brands in the jewelry industry along with their exclusive Jones & Son Couture collection. These Jones & Son branded engagement rings deliver exceptional quality at a fraction of the price. Every ring is fully customizable, and their expert jewelers can modify any design to perfectly match your vision. And as a direct diamond importer, Jones & Son brings in their own diamonds, cutting out the middleman and passing the savings directly on to you. Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry is proudly located at 1121 Rodney Parham Road, serving Central Arkansas for over 40 years. The same trusted location, the same phone number. Finding the perfect piece of jewelry doesn't have to be overwhelming. At Jones & Son, you'll find the right diamond for every occasion. Visit Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry today or shop online at jonesandson.com.
Hello, this is Justin Acree. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and a new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walk-in care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bell. When you think about buying a car, we want you to think Bell Chevrolet. Not just because we want your business, but because we want to be on your side. That's what buying a car should look like. Simple, stress-free, knowing you have someone in your corner. We have something for every budget, new or pre-owned. I keep telling y'all it's better at Bell. Now it's time to come find out for yourself. Come see us on Chenal Parkway or shop at bellchevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Genesis of Conway presents Craig O'Neill each week when he joins Roger, Baz, and Justin on Morning Mayhem. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Want to see our beautiful faces? Catch Morning Mayhem streaming live every day on YouTube, X, and Facebook. Just search 1037 The Buzz.
All right, it is 7:35 on this Wednesday, July 15th. If you want to be a part of the show, 661-1037. We may have John Daly on the phone in a little bit. Yeah, he said, I told him, I said, we're at Cliff's house, and he said, I said, do you know Cliff? And, of course, John goes, I love that guy. I love my Cowboys.
He's a Cowboy fan.
I know, John. We played golf together. Oh, my gosh. It was so much fun that day. We played, I can't remember where the tournament was, but he and I were on the same team.
That's why it was a good day.
Oh, my gosh. He was rolling.
He grinds hard. All right, Craig. So Craig O'Neill is back in the station, brought to you by Genesis of Conway. Do you want to thank Todd Pierce for producing today?
Thank you,
David Sharp for calling in a minute ago. David does such a good job at OBU in so many ways.
He's a great guy, great friend,
great person too. Yeah.
Great person.
Craig, what are you going back? You, like I said, you're around the same age as Cliff.
My draft number, by the way, my draft number was 310. There was no way they were going to take me. Anything below 95, they were going to take you. But if you were 310, I dropped my deferment and said, "Come and get me." Never came close.
Wow, how about that?
Eat your heart out, Cliff Harris. I've always been jealous of you, but now not so much.
Mine was 66.
Oh.
So I had no chance.
Yeah, yep, you were gone.
What do you remember, Craig, back in those days during those 1970s when Cliff was playing the Cowboys? Were you locked in as a Cowboy fan, or were
I was just a football fan. But the one thing about Cliff that he would stand there. Here was this tall, lanky. I mean, not tall, but here was this lanky kid from Arkansas, and quite frankly, I'll just go ahead and come out with it. He's a white boy. How in the world is he keeping up with what's going on and the speed of that game? But then he'd be right there, right in the middle of it, mixing it up and stopping the play. And I was always secretly admiring what Cliff could do.
Secretly admiring.
That's right.
Thank you.
But now, remember, he's a Desert kid, so you can't hold a Desert kid back, man. It's like the river. It's like the White River right there. If it's going to rise, it's going to rise.
That's right.
Well,
cover their fields.
Cliff, just like we talk about, there's a lot of great people, talented people come out of the state of Arkansas. We've got a former president. We've got some of the most talented business people in America. Craig O'Neill, one of the great radio guys of it could be anywhere in the country.
Hey, Cliff, here's another Craig O'Neill question. Heaven forbid there's a fire in your house. What's the one thing you would take out of that room to save?
Well, he's got a lot to choose from. A lot to choose from.
He'll stay in here with it.
My wife.
Great answer, Cliff. Great answer. Let's see. We have somebody from the 870. Guy Williams says Cliff's grandpa house is still standing in Bearden, Arkansas.
Oh, wow.
Pretty sure he worked for the Bearden School District. Is that right?
He did. He was a teacher. All my whole family.
Sure was. All education. Yeah.
They were all. My grandfather was my dad's dad, and my dad's mom were teachers. My mom's dad, or my mama's mom, was a math teacher, and she was tough. In Glenwood, Arkansas, and Bearden, Arkansas. So they were all. So I grew up, and my dad was a teacher, and my mom was a teacher.
Wow.
So
no wonder you understood the playbook.
Wow. And is it just me? Is it because my age that Christian is not here today? Todd's filling in, but Christian's in his just turned 30. Yeah. The players back then. Maybe there were fewer teams. It was just more concentrated with great personalities, like the Bradshaws and the Mean Joe Greens and, the Randy Whites. And it just, I don't know, Dick Buckus. It seemed like the players were different back then. And you had a lot of them on one team. I mean, between you and the Steelers, you probably had, 15 or 20 Hall of Famers on those those two teams.
Well, we were in a lot of Super Bowls, and I hate to say that the Steelers beat us in both of ours. And there's some plays I'd like to recall. There was I was on a safety blitz, and Rocky Blyer, who I was hurdling. One of my best action shots is me hurdling Rocky Blyer, and the next frame is me on the ground. He caught my toe.
You don't want to show that. Rocky Blyer, another great story. Sure. A military guy, right?
Yeah.
Franco Harris, you just lost him not long ago. Right. He was a great player. And Mitch and Bradshaw, we've had a chance to get to know him. He's a great guy. Lynn Swann, John Stallworth. Tony Dorsett. Too Tall. Well, Too Tall was not a Hall of Famer, but Harvey Martin. Well, I guess the only Hall of Famer was Randy White off the defensive line, right, with the gold jacket, correct?
I don't want to. Maybe there was. Guys like Leroy Jordan and Chuck Cowley. Man, they were just
a lot of
incredible.
Great ones.
Bob Lilly and. We had such a great team at that time.
What about the respect between guys like Emmitt Smith? You guys are, Emmitt and Troy and Michael Irvin. They had a successful group in the 90s. You guys were the 70s. You guys get to see each other. When you do, is it always fun?
Yeah, it's always fun. I have a charity golf tournament. They come out to sometimes, and for juvenile diabetes.
Yeah.
And they've been out there and played in mine, and I played some of their golf tournaments.
Oh, very cool.
They're, we get to talk about, I wish we had won one more Super Bowl so we'd be kind of tied with them or something.
Well, it was a different game back then, in that they weren't protected. There's much more player safety now.
Boy, there really
than
is.
Used to be. And
I couldn't have played today.
And think, Craig. Craig, but Cliff, think about now. The money in college football that's going everywhere. We're finding out players are getting paid $5-6 million a year.
It's just unbelievable.
That's more than you made as a pro.
That's OBU.
Well, talk to David Sharp about that.
One of the things that we heard so much about back in the day was because of money and things like that, and working hard, and you had to do some. Did you ever have to get an extra job to do anything else, or were you obviously the Hall of Famer?
I didn't have to get an extra job.
Anybody else on the team selling insurance, selling cars?
Well, there were Roger Staubach was selling real estate during his career, and I was selling
during his career
insurance. I think that was something that was what I went into right after.
While you were playing?
While I was playing, so.
Had to do it.
Had to do it.
Because you weren't getting paid. Can you remember what your contract was your rookie year?
No, I'm not going to talk about that. I do remember
it wasn't
exactly.
Much
because
you were with the Army. That's a part-time job.
Yeah, I went to the Army. Yeah. I know exactly what it is, but I'm not going to tell you. I told the guys at training camp when I went in, I said, I got a 3-year contract. And they were going, oh, man, that's not good because Gil Brandt negotiated that with me. He said, because what if you have a real good year and you've already locked in your second and third year? I said,
great, guys. Great for ruining it for me. I just thought everything was fantastic. I've got a 3-year contract.
That's right.
Well, you're screwed, Cliff.
You got to make the team first.
Go sell insurance.
We got to take a break, but as we go to break, here's one from the 615. What does Cliff see for the Cowboys' leadership once Jerry steps away? Of course, his son Steven, who I played with, is the VP. Do you feel like Steven will step in and run the joint maybe better, or you think it'll be about the same as what it is now? Differently, rather.
Well, I'm hoping that it's going to be it's going to be better so that we can get back to the Super Bowls again.
Right. And, what do you think the key is? That I mean, what's been missing?
Well, I just
bad evaluation of talent.
I just think that. There's probably one of that bad amount. I mean, I think that the defense, to me, has been holding them back. Yeah. I mean, I think that the defense has just not been playing very well.
Yeah.
They need to get some structure, get better players, or get better coaches, or
traded away their best player last year.
Yeah, they should have.
Well, then you had to earn your position every year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think they do that anymore because they get so much money.
Yeah. Right.
They don't work as hard to earn that position every single year.
Exactly.
You guys did.
Well, yeah, exactly. And and in my career, early years were, and because I had to go to the Army my first year, I had to win my position back my second year.
Yeah.
Here's a question. Did OBU play UCA when Cliff played? Was UCA a different? Did you say it was called the
ASDC, Arkansas State Teachers
Did they have
College.
Football then?
They had football then.
I don't know.
You mean, was it real football?
Yeah, well, they did.
My grandfather went to Arkansas State Teachers College. I think on my dad's side, and we played. Yeah, we played them in Conway.
Well, someone says he would have played against my dad, who was a receiver at UCA.
Yeah, who was that?
They did not give his name. Yeah. All right, do not go away. We've got a few more minutes with Craig O'Neill, and Craig will give you a chance to promote. No, listen, you're a Hall of Famer when it comes to football. Craig is a Hall of Famer when it comes to reading books to kids.
Oh, I got a good one coming up.
What color jacket should he wear, Roger? If we have the gold jacket.
What color jacket?
What is it?
A book jacket.
A book jacket.
Yeah.
A lot of books.
Well, you know what? Books have jackets.
Whoa!
Wow. Okay.
I think he nailed that.
And you caught it.
Yes. All right.
That's a surprise.
661-1037 is the number. It's 746.
You need to get my kids to read the books too. I want that to happen.
There you go. Playbook.
When did I first notice my hair loss? Honestly, probably about 5 or 6 years ago. But the moment that it really got my attention was at the self-checkout at Walmart. I had to look up to see if the light was green or red because my item wouldn't scan. And right above me is a camera. Well, that camera showed the top of my head. After that, I started wearing hats more often. Eventually, I just decided, you know what? It is what it is. I'll shave it, live with it, or move on. But then I heard about Dr. Gary Petrus at the Petrus Center for Aesthetic Surgery and Hair Transplantation. Dr. Petrus offers a one-day hair transplant treatment with permanent natural results that last a lifetime. I'm still going to wear hats because I like hats, but it'll be nice knowing I've got a head of hair under there. I'm Roger Scott, and if you've been thinking about doing something about hair loss, call the Petrus Center for Aesthetic Surgery and Hair Transplantation, 4137 JFK, Suite A, North Little Rock. Call 501-614-3052 or visit drpetrus.com. Go see what your options are. It might just give you that renewed confidence, too.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
The Saracen Casino Hotel is now open and accepting reservations. Saracen's new 14-story hotel features 318 modern guest rooms and suites, offering luxe accommodations paired with the elevated amenities and the Southern hospitality customers have come to expect from Saracen Casino Resort. And while you're at it, don't skip dinner at Red Oak, recognized as Arkansas's best restaurant for 5 years running. Book your stay with Saracen by visiting SaracenResort.com or calling Saracen today.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Hi folks, it's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood. When you're in the market for a new Dodge Chrysler Jeep or Ram, we hope you give us a chance to earn your business. Here's some things to consider. Fletcher Dodge has been family-owned dealer here in Sherwood for over 25 years. We know how to take care of our customers to keep them coming back. Every Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram dealer pays the same price for their vehicles. It's the dealer that makes the difference. We'll give you the best deal up front. No haggling, no arguing. We make it easy to buy a new vehicle, and we'll pay you more for your trade-in. Compare our deal to anybody's, and you'll buy from us. Come see us today for the deal of a lifetime on new Dodge Chrysler Jeep or Ram. At Frank Fletcher Dodge, you'll always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. And we promise you a hassle-free buying experience. We want to be your dealer for life. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Just tell us what you're looking for and we'll make you a deal. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
John Daly joins the Mayhem Tuesday mornings courtesy of Honda of Russellville, Arkansas's #1 Honda dealership. From Goldwing trikes to side-by-sides, Honda of Russellville has an inventory no one else has. Check it out at HondaofRussellville.com.
Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville is your headquarters for pool and spa chemicals. Luxury Pool and Spa is ready to get your pool balanced and swim ready with Pool Life and Bazzel pool chemicals. Luxury Pool and Spa is also a proud dealer of Polywood outdoor furniture, climate-tough materials, color stay technology, and the 20-year warranty. If you're thinking about a hot tub, they have the amazing Caldera hot tubs in stock on their showroom floor. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
Fort Thompson's is having a sale. Ruger RXM 9mm $369.90. 6-hour 365 Macro Nightmare 9mm $679.90. CCI Blazer Brass 9mm 50-count ammo for $11.99 a box at Fort Thompson's.
Listen each Friday during Drive Time Sports for the basketball insider in Arkansas. It's Bart Reed, made possible by Martin Orthopedics, with locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Cabot, and Hot Springs Village. Staffed with fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists. For more information on the web, go to martinortho.care.
You're listening to Morning Mayhem with Roger Scott, David Bazzel, Justin Moore, and Christian Weaver. Don't go away.
What an asset you are to our show.
Craig is an asset to our show. Craig O'Neill brought to you by Genesis of Conway.
That's actually my NFL Films voice more than it is.
I like it.
Yeah.
Talked to Jenny Buell this week.
Did she sell a car?
She did
for
not.
Genesis.
But she is working on that. She is. She's a go-getter for Genesis.
Oh my gosh.
Craig, we only have a few minutes left. I feel like we're visiting with two Hall of Famers, Roger, both Cliff Harris and Craig O'Neill.
But my study doesn't look anything like that. It's all kids' books and T-shirts.
Craig's got a lot of T-shirts. Craig, do you need to promote any appearance?
Oh, do I ever? Yes. Wordsworth Books, everybody. Grandparents, parents, bring the kids by Wordsworth Books Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. We're going to have a read at the bookstore. In my little corner, that little corner where the kids' books are, it's my favorite spot. It's my happy place, and would love to share a book. I want to be a joy germ, so bring the kids. 10 o'clock, Wordsworth in the Heights.
Did you say a joy germ?
I want to be a joy germ. That's right.
I like it.
I'm going to be putting it in schools this fall and spring.
Hashtag
Did you ever do a prank that has to do with the Cowboys at all in your mini?
Gosh, did I? No, I never went that far. No.
Have you heard Cliff some of Craig's pranks? Some of the great pranks of all time, like hey, sorry, they called Texas and said they accidentally put an extra S on the end of Texas in the end zone when they were in. So I'm telling you, and sucker those. Or he read the prayer, what the prayer was going to be. He was posing as a preacher.
All we need's a fair prayer. I do think. Let me just add this. I do think if it's the Cliff Harris Stadium, that all bald guys should get in free.
Oh, I go along with that.
There you go.
661-1037. I posted some of the pictures of Cliff's study on Facebook and get ready to do that on Twitter. One of the cool things, Craig, is the bust. Everybody has a bust done if you're going to the Hall of Fame, and yours really turned out good, Cliff. You happy with it? Because if you look, I think it was it Dion's that did not turn out so well, Roger?
Yeah, I'd like to have had more hair.
Yeah. They nailed Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson's really looked good. A lot of hair. Yeah. And then Drew Pearson had the fro.
Oh, had the afro.
Oh, my gosh.
It was big.
It was big. How long did they came here to the house?
Yeah.
The sculptor did it and molded it here in your home, right?
Well, they did.
How cool? How long did that take?
Oh, gosh, it took 3 or 4 hours.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's faster.
Well, they just took all the measurements and sizing.
Did you have a big head?
No, I didn't. I do now that I've been on the buzz.
So how was it?
I got the big head.
How was it for the first time when you saw it? Where you're like, man, that looks great. Were you happy with it?
I like it. It turned
great
mustache.
I think it
turned out good.
Look at that. I mean, that is a full size mustache. Yeah. That's not a handlebar, little skinny thing.
No, that was
a real man.
I had in my back in my era.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
That was good stuff.
And I think it's so cool to give a bust to a guy that's in the Hall of Fame. I love giving a bust.
Well,
it wouldn't work in the Miss America pageant, but it would work for the NFL Hall of Fame.
You knew that was coming. Now, you've been in there, right, Roger?
I have.
So the cool thing is walking in that room, Craig. There's 330. Yeah, somewhere around there. In that you find the people you're looking for. You find Dan Hampton. You find Cliff Harris. Where do you know the guys surrounding you? Where they put you? Do you recall whose bus you're next to?
That's a question. Do you recall? Is something that's making it harder.
What is okay? Do you recall your number? What is your number?
I think I was 333.
333.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And you've got two gold jackets.
Well, yeah, they've
upgraded.
They're making. I mean, we've changed directors of the Hall of Fame. It was one when I went in, and we've got a new one.
Wow.
And
you like the new one better?
Yeah.
Now listen, Roger. That's the only thing he needs in here. Since he's already got one jacket, the jacket he's not wearing, have it on a mannequin or have it framed.
Mannequin. That'd be good.
Let's
be a ghost.
I'm thinking the more they think about this with Craig, Craig should have a jacket of a jacket. A jacket.
Yeah, a jacket.
Books have jackets.
I'm going to get it.
Just have books stuck to it. Books stuck to his jacket.
I'm getting it. I'm doing it, David. That's a great idea.
There's a great picture too, Cliff, of you and former President Bush,
yes.
The younger Bush,
Bush.
And at that time he had just bought the Rangers at the time.
Right.
Is that when that was?
Uh-huh.
But look at you
what
guys
a great
there.
investment.
Yeah, that was a great.
Made a good one.
And we got John Daly coming up next.
Oh, boy.
And John Daly
tell him I said hello. I got to play golf with him one day. That was a trip.
Is there anybody, Cliff? You're a superstar. Is anybody you've been around when you get around him, you're like, wow, that's a cool superstar that you're like, wow, that's a wow moment for you. Joe Namath, or maybe a younger guy now that you just really like a Tiger. If you've been around anybody that really sort of.
Wow, that's an interesting question. I hadn't been around Tiger. I think John Daly was the one that I think was impressed me the most.
What about football? When you go back now, because you go back to the Hall of Fame ceremony, so you've tried to do that a few times. Who's the guy when you see him? You're like, oh man, it's so cool to see Earl Campbell, or is it, of course, Roger, you see him here. Anybody else, Terry, anybody that as an old guy that you played against or played with, it's good to see.
Earl Campbell is really, he's beaten up.
Yeah, he can barely walk. He can barely walk now.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I mean, there's
Zonka. Zonka was a load.
Yeah, boy, he was a beast. There are
and Tony Dorsett. Craig, we brought him to the Touchdown Club. He struggled a little bit.
Yeah, he struggled.
Yeah, but he still looks in good shape.
Yeah, he's in good shape. He is, really is. He is struggling a little bit. I was trying to think.
Well, the main thing is you just keep yourself looking in good shape like you are, and taking care of your mind, and which you're exercising like you're doing, which is super.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm real fortunate to be able to still go into the company that I've worked for a long time and been a part of for a long time is Energy Transfer.
Yeah, that's the big giant corporation that deals with energy and oil and all the things.
Yes,
and
pipelines.
Yeah, pipeline. Yeah, listen, Craig, he retired. Cliff retired when he was 31. I mean, that's really young.
Wow.
You've been in 5 Super Bowls in 10 years and you walk away.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was
move.
Fortunate.
Good
I was
move.
fortunate to do that. I'm glad that.
Yeah.
Coach Landry, when I went to see him and I said I was going to retire, he said, he took me down to his study, and his wife said, Tommy's down in his study. He wants you to come down there.
Oh, man.
And I went down to his study. He said, I didn't plan on you. Planning for you to leave that early. And I said, if he said Charlie Waters can't come back because he hurt his knee, he said, well, you've got to come back.
Got to go see Craig.
Low T Center is celebrating America's 250th anniversary with a 250 for 250 event. And here's how it starts. Start with a free T test at your local Low T Center clinic. And if you start testosterone replacement therapy between July 1 and July 31 and you continue your treatment for 90 days, you'll receive a $250 account credit. That's right. They're going to put $250 back in your pocket. If you've noticed your energy isn't what it used to be, your gains have stopped at the gym, your motivation is slipping, your sex drive has disappeared, you're damn sure going to notice that. Low testosterone could be the reason, y'all. And at Low T Center, their licensed providers specialize in diagnosing and treating low testosterone with personalized treatment plans and ongoing monitoring designed to help you feel your best. That's right, man. You got to fight Father Time. Visit FixMyLowT.com and book your free T-test right now. For more details on how to take advantage of our 250 for 250 celebration, go to FixMyLowT.com. Offer ends July 31. Terms and conditions apply.
Fence Brokers presents Razorback Graffiti every Monday with Morning Mayhem. One sentence to let the guys know how you feel about the Razorbacks. From Fence Brokers, going the extra mile.
The best seats of the game don't always require tickets. Sometimes all you need is a pair of earphones. And 103.7 The Buzz. KABZ.
Parts of West Markham Street near the Arkansas School for the Deaf and Blind is closed again today after damage to a pedestrian bridge. Little Rock crews are currently inspecting a dent in the bridge's metal support beams after a car crashed into it on Monday. The section between Barton and Thayer Streets is now closed temporarily. Drivers are advised to take alternate routes. And the State Department of Health has confirmed there are 10 cases of cyclosporiasis so far this year in Arkansas. According to the National Library of Medicine, there are several common foods that can be contaminated. Those include raspberries, basil, cilantro, green onions, snow peas, lettuce, and salad mixes. Officials say frozen or cooked foods should be clear of contamination. As a reminder, researchers say washing fruits and vegetables with water and vinegar can help remove that parasite. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KRK's Jessica Rockwell.
David and Roger are hitting the road this summer, celebrating the Morning Mayhem Summer of Adventure presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs. Keep it on the buzz to find out where they're heading next.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
More rain showers and thunderstorms are likely today. It's a 70% chance of rain. Temperatures will stay down, only a high of 86 degrees this afternoon. Tonight, pretty much remains mostly cloudy with a slight chance of a shower overnight. Tomorrow as well, a slight chance of a shower with a high of 91. With the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Tune in every Friday morning to hear Danny West from hogsports.com on Morning Mayhem. Brought to you by HJ Trailer Sales. They've got truck beds and utility trailers for every type of job and a service facility for maintenance and repair. Local folks with great products. Visit them online at hjtrailersales.com or in person at 808 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Sports, is now available right here in the state of Arkansas. And on the biggest soccer stage in the world this summer, FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Sports, is changing the soccer game with a feature built for soccer fans. Because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. It can happen at any moment. 1 minute they're on the pitch creating chances, and the next they're heading to the bench. Well, not anymore with FanDuel Super Sub. If your soccer player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. When your player leaves the match, your bet automatically continues on with a substitute player. So whether the action happens early, late, or deep into stoppage time, you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/Arkansas to get started now. now. FanDuel, in partnership with Oakland Sports. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 plus and present in Arkansas. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hello, this is Justin Acree. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and the new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock, next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walk-in care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
Why should we feel the burn when we work out? We should feel the bounce, not the burn. The bounce in your step that comes when joining the Little Rock Athletic Club or Racket Club. Variety and excitement, you found it. People will witness the fitness.
When the world's biggest tournament is hosted on our turf, you got to do it big. And Twin Peaks is built for big games. Stay refreshed for the full 90 minutes with ice-cold 29-degree drafts of Michelob Ultra and the iconic handcrafted spicy margarita made with Casamigos. Pair all of that with hand-tossed wings and seared-to-order burgers. Every second is packed with the world's most scenic views. Twin Peaks is truly unmatched for every match. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
Rev up for the Cabot Police Department Foundation Serve and Shine Car Show, Saturday at the NLC Cabot parking lot on West Main Street. All makes and models welcome, food trucks, trophies, and free admission for spectators. Get registered Saturday for $25. Don't miss the Cabot Serve and Shine Car Show.
Around here, reputation matters. That's why homeowners and business owners turn to the professionals at CertaPro Painters for their painting projects. From detailed residential painting to professionally managed commercial projects, our crews deliver craftsmanship that protects your investment and enhances curb appeal. Spring weather won't last forever, and neither will the open slots on the schedule. If painting is on your list this year, now's the time. Call CertaPro Painters or visit CertaPro.com and reserve your spring project today. That's Certa with a C. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy.
Hey, it's Christian Weaver here. Can we agree that summer is way better when your body actually cooperates? Because if joint pain is slowing you down, knees, hips, shoulders, back, you're probably missing out on the best parts of summer. Maybe it's walking the neighborhood, playing with the grandkids, golfing, fishing, hiking, or just getting through the day without hurting. That's why so many people are turning to QC Kinetics. They're the nation's leader in regenerative treatments, and they help people find lasting relief from chronic joint pain with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. Best part, QC Kinetics is right here in Woodrock, and they're offering free pain evaluations right now. Just call 501-393-1159. You'll meet with a medical professional, learn what's causing your pain, and see if their natural regenerative treatments could help you feel like yourself again. But don't wait too long. Appointments are filling up fast this summer. Call QC Kinetics now at 501-393-1159. That's 501-393-1159.
This Friday, be listening as The Zone broadcasts live from the Hurricane Creek Golf Course in Bryant for the Bryant Hornet Football Golf Tournament. Presented by Hurricane Creek Federal Credit Union, Everett Buick GMC, and Camping World, it's the biggest fundraiser of the year, and all proceeds go to support the 7-time and defending 7A state champion Bryant Hornets football team.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the Oakland Hot Springs Studios.
Fool me once. Shame on you.
Here are David Bazzel, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
It fooled me, we can't get fooled again.
All right, it is 8:06 on this Wednesday, July 15th. I'm David Bazzel, joined by Roger Scott. We have been traveling the country. Last week we were in Atlanta, Georgia for NASCAR, and today we're in Dallas for the Cliff Harris Award ceremony with 3 winners from across the country getting the prestigious Cliff Harris Award trophy, $3,000 per trophy, here in the study of Cliff Harris. We're trying to 2 things. I think we got Todd Pierce. First of all, Todd Pierce is producing because, Roger, Christian Weaver's out today.
Yes.
And then I think we've got JM, Justin Moore, on the phone. He's traveling today. Justin, are you there? I didn't tell Todd that you were going to jump on with us. Todd, can you punch Justin up? He should be on one of the tie lines there.
I've got all lines open.
Hey.
You got me? Justin, good morning, Justin. Can you hear us? Can you hear? Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Did you get Daly or not, Todd?
He is on hold right now.
Okay, let's hit his open, and then we'll get everybody together and crank this thing up.
Big John is the winner of 2 major championships. He's a national sports icon who does it his way with no apologies. Over his decades-long career, he's raised millions of dollars for charities, including his beloved Boys and Girls Club of Dardanelle. And Arkansas Razorback for life. John Daly is made possible by Honda of Russellville, Arkansas's #1 Honda dealership with an inventory that nobody else has. Check him out at HondaofRussellville.com. Now, stepping off the tee box and into the mayhem, it's John Daly.
Are you kidding me?
I had him there, but I'll try him again.
Well,
oh my God!
Something's going on. We had this yesterday. You heard it, Justin. We had him like 3 times yesterday.
That's right.
It may be, it's just his phone, right?
It is, because we took graffiti, so we know the calls were still working and all that. So it's just some of his end.
Well, I tell you, Todd, just try it again, and while you're doing that, golly, we'll try it one more time. Let me just tell him we'll try it one more time.
While you're doing that, and shout out to, once again, the new Family Market store has opened up, and we'll be down there in a couple of weeks. We've had to push because of Summer of Adventure. We've had to move that, but they are officially open on Albert Pike, right down the street from Bradford Marine. There on Albert Pike, $2.37 a gallon of gas if you use your rewards card, and that's only at that location, the new Family Market. Congrats, guys.
Yeah, for sure. Another great location. Justin Moore, say hello to Cliff Harris.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Justin. Good morning, Justin. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you.
We got greatness all over the place. Cliff, Justin Moore just had his 14th #1 hit.
Wow.
He's on a #1 morning radio show. We just got our ratings back in #1. Except for that, we can't get a connection with John Daly. And then, of course,
Justin line, see if that helps.
Well, yeah, I think it must be a daily deal.
I don't know. He may be on a track phone.
And of course, Justin.
No disrespect.
Justin is a Steelers fan, Cliff, much to your chagrin. Yeah, but
he picked the right side.
Justin, in 10 years that Cliff played, he played in 5 Super Bowls in 10 years. And only 13 players in the history of the league have played in 5 Super Bowls. So always love getting him in with a gold jacket and had some great time. Yeah, his study, man, is just like walking back in history.
It is for me.
It's getting further and further away from
reality.
It's not present.
No, it's not. And of course, we talked about there's so much of the '70s was identified with the Steelers and the Cowboys. Now somebody said the hairdo that you have on your bust in the Hall of Fame, you still have that hairdo now. It's the exact same hairdo, so that works.
I try to keep it up. Yeah, keep it simple. Lose all your hair when you're young, and keep the sides.
It's a great story, Justin. We talked about it earlier about a guy who everybody overlooked. And Justin sort of has that same deal. He goes to Nashville, Justin doesn't get the attention, said, I'm going to go back home to Poen. I can be just as successful. He's got 14 #1 hits. Small town USA makes it big, and you were overlooked in high school, overlooked in college, and so that's what makes the story really, really cool. Now, Justin, you said today you're taking Ella up to look at some colleges. Is that right?
Just one. She was invited for a visit for softball, but I don't even know the name of the school. I know it's 3.5 hours from home, and it ain't Fayetteville.
Right. Well, you know what? But you may. I mean, that may be where. I mean, not there, but she may end up going to a school that's 6 hours away and not Fayetteville. Yeah. So
I'm kidding. But no, it's kind of exciting for her. She was invited to go to a Notre Dame camp a couple of weeks ago. She went to that, and then I guess this will be her first visit, if you will. But
that's cool.
That's kind of neat.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
Yeah.
That for her, it's got to be, and so exciting for your parents. That's in the background of John. Todd's trying to connect with him.
It's neat. It'll be good experience either way moving forward.
And she'll be in the 11th grade next year or 10th grade.
Yeah, 11th.
11th, yeah. So and she's got a lot of softball.
A lot of mo.
So John Daly is we're trying, but this is what John Daly said. He said, "Damn it, I love Captain Crash. I fell in love with the Cowboys when I was 4. Never ever leaving them for 56 years."
Yeah, that's a fact.
So I think
that's where it works.
I think this is what we'll do for this interview. I'm just going to read his text message.
Would you do that? Yeah, just tell me. Ask him if he has any questions for Cliff.
It allows you the opportunity to edit. If needs be.
That's true. Well, it's funny, Cliff. Now, Justin Moore is doing a great deal. He's raising money for a lot of good causes. He has a golf tournament for fundraiser for St. Jude. He's raised last year $800,000.
Wow.
And then before that, $500,000. Of course, Cliff, Justin, has done one for 30 years.
Yeah,
which is
that long time.
Which is remarkable.
I've just been around longer than you, Justin.
Yeah, that's okay. Who's the best golfer, Cliff, of the Cowboys? When you bring in the boys to play, who's the best?
Oh gosh, that's a really good question. I don't think any of them were good golfers. Probably Troy Aikman.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the comparison between, because you played with Roger Staubach, Troy? What are the things that make them similar, and maybe the things, obviously the size wise, Aikman's a huge dude, but there's similarities between what makes them great, both of those guys?
Well, one of the things that a quarterback does and that's demanded is that leadership qualities, and Roger. Roger's one of those guys that's just an incredible leader, and Troy has the same thing. So you want guys that the way that I look at it is when things are tough and on the field and you're behind, you want guys, and this is what I think about when I think about Roger and Troy both. Is that, and it too, Baz. So is that when things are tough and you're behind, you want guys that'll step up and win the game for you. And you've seen that over and over, and that's the part that of the character of people that are, when you're down, you can come back up and win the game.
Of course, Roger was a Heisman Trophy winner, played for Navy, and you guys had the triplets just like you sort of had the triplets in the 90s. You guys had Tony Dorsett, Roger, and would you say Drew Pearson? On the offensive side of the ball, and they've got Troy, Michael, and Emmett. So, and just like sort of the Razorbacks, you had the triplets early, and you had another triplet that came through a little bit later. But the problem now, Justin, is that they've gone 30 years with no.
It's 30 years. Not 30 years.
Not one of them.
30 years.
It sounds an awful lot like the Razorbacks.
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought that up, Justin. Matt, your son. Played for the Razorbacks, and they have not had success since when he was with Petrino. That was the last time we've really had. Some national set. We've had a little bit under Bielema. Had 1 year under Sam. It's just, and you sort of keep up with Razorback sports the best you can. Yeah, it's a frustrating deal.
Well, Justin, I wanted to tell you this. Moore is part of my. So we're probably related somehow because we're both from Arkansas.
I'm sure.
and the Moore's family in Prescott, Arkansas, are so. Where are you from? Where's your foundation in Arkansas?
Yeah, so I'm from. Excuse me, I was mid-bite into a protein bar. I'm from about 45 miles south of Little Rock, a little town called Poen.
I know where Poen is.
It's like, in between Malvern and Sheridan.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then the St. Jude event we do in Little Rock each year, and golly, Baz, you'd have to help me. I forget what year it is, but 5 or 6, and then we do a big Boys and Girls Club event in Saline County each year. So
that's Benton.
Done that for what? 10
Benton,
years,
Bryant, yeah. I think you're right, Baz.
Yeah, raised a $1 million or $2 million, something like that. Yeah. So I love the guys. I love the fact that you take your celebrity and turn it into something positive. Do a lot of the Cowboys have tournaments? Are you one of the few that do this, or are there others that you have to go play for as well?
Well, there used to be. I think. That's an interesting question. I'm trying to think back about. There weren't many other tournaments. I don't think that. I mean, I think Aikman had one at one time.
Right.
He may still have it.
Didn't you used to do an FCA, a Fellowship of Christian Athletes?
Yeah, I did. Did that in Arkansas. I still have it.
You still
in Hot
do?
Springs.
Okay.
Yeah, I still have that tournament in Arkansas. That's.
And I think by the way, I think we may have John Daly.
Let's see.
JD, are you there?
Hey, I'm here.
How about that?
Holy cow. John.
We called a different number. We called you Anna's number, and so well, how you doing, buddy? Glad to have you on the show.
I played with John Daly.
John,
played golf with him.
You remember playing with Cliff Harris sometime?
I'm sure I made an impact on you. We played. I don't know. I can't remember what tournament it was, but we played in a tournament together.
JD, do you remember that?
It was. I thought it was wasn't it our guy that did the Jacobson Mowers, Cliff? We did it at Dallas Club.
Dallas Club.
Dallas Country Club. Is that? Yeah. So.
John's been in so many of them.
I know. Yeah.
So John, tell us what you were talking about growing up as a kid and loving Cliff and loving the Cowboys.
I just loved them ever since I was 4 years old. I mean, that team in the 70s was just the team. It was always them against the Steelers, and that was kind of the big thing. And I remember they nicknamed him Captain Crash, and Cliff could hit. My God, he could hit. It was fun watching him.
Yeah, I wish we could have gotten one of those Steeler games. We played the Steelers twice, and I know Bradshaw gets an edge with Bazzel and these guys because he gets on and talks with them all the time. So,
I didn't cut him any slack.
It's still Cowboys. The other thing we talked about earlier, John and Justin, is that not only did you go to 5 Super Bowls, only 13 players in the history of the league have done that, but you were 6 straight Pro Bowls. You were in 6 of the 10 years you played. The first few, you're trying to deal with your commitment to the military in Vietnam. I mean, you're juggling that. You wonder maybe what what even could have been. And then you retired at age 31. So, which is probably
that exhausts me to just listen to you read that off.
It makes me tired.
It makes me realize just how lazy that I truly am.
Which Super Bowl win was your favorite and why? Is there one in particular that you
Well, I mean, I liked them both, but I do like. Well, we just lost my good friend Craig Morton, the quarterback for the Denver Broncos, and because he played for the Cowboys, I got to know him, and that's one thing about playing free safety is that your opponent is the quarterback, and trying to figure them out and where they're going to do. And I knew Craig pretty well, and so we beat him up there. So that was one of my. I don't want to talk about one of your buddies. That beat you.
Well, do the two you lost that irritate you more than the 2 you win? Sometimes that's the problem.
The three we lost then. So, so Bradshaw, I know he gets on the show and he gets on your show and talks about.
That's okay.
I've got a great picture.
Hey, Cliff, don't feel so bad. I mean, I was at 2 weeks ago. I was in my buddy's golf course. We're doing a charity event, and I got a special gift from a well-renowned Steeler player. And it was a gift from Rocky Blair. It was a signed Vietnam helmet. That he gave me and a ball. And I put the helmet on. I tell you what, how in the hell did you guys wear those helmets? They were so. I mean, I put this thing on and it was so heavy. Yeah. I mean, I had to feel for you guys, man. That was brutal, but it was a great gift from him, and you guys had to go through there. It was just insane, and we appreciate your service more than I think just as much as I do your football, man. Because I know you had to, but the stories. I mean, that helmet, I've got it. I'm gonna put it in my house in Arkansas, cool. But it just put tears in my eyes.
Well, Rocky Blyer and I went on a USO tour to Thailand one time, and I got to meet him, and we went. I mean, it was a 2-week tour or something crazy over there. Guy. I can't believe we did it, and went to visit all these air bases and air bases and army bases and jungle bases and. I don't know why I did it, but
was he the guy? Was he the guy that did the commercial with you for Sports Illustrated? And he called it. What did he call Washita?
Washita
instead of Washita.
Yeah, and then I asked him. He said Washita, and I said Washita, and I said to him, "So where'd you go to school, Rocky?" And then he gave me this look, and that ended the Sports Illustrated commercial.
Was he Penn State? Is that what he was?
No, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Okay, gotcha. Well, it's funny. We were just talking about Cliff's.
John and I played together one time.
Yeah, we were talking about the story of Cliff Harris, starting from nothing and everybody overlooking him. We talked about Justin Moore, about how people overlook Justin. And look what now with 14 number ones. John Daly. Yeah. This is the anniversary. This is the British Open, one of the two majors that he won. And obviously there's a lot of folks that overlooked you coming out of Arkansas years ago, John.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how you just say it seems like a century ago, doesn't it?
It does. It's all happened. It's beginning to. I love the British Open. I love to watch the British Open. It's one of my favorite tournaments.
Well, when Roger and I went to Scotland. Mm-hmm. When we over there, all we had to do was say John Daly's name. Yeah. I mean, they love him over there. Yeah. I mean, that's
free food.
Yeah, I think there were a couple of bars named after John.
Yeah, there was too, a couple of bar stools. Yeah, always reserved.
Now, John, we do have to admit, and Justin is fine with it. But yesterday, was his first day back on the show. He's been in rehab, and 30 now? It's 30. Today's 37 days. Justin, is that right?
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, and so we were saying yesterday, we invite Justin back on the show. Way to go, Justin. Yep. Here we go. All right, let's go to John Daly, sponsored by Good Boy Vodka.
And he hangs up.
Good stuff.
I had a drink for you for a long time. I had a drink for Raj for a long time now. Tommy for a long time. Jeez, I guess I have to drink for Justin too, man.
Thank you, John. You're always giving.
You're running around with the wrong group.
I'm telling you, Cliff, I don't know. Listen, and Roger and I have had a chance to watch Justin and the grind of being a country music artist on the weekend, where you're going to 3 different cities every weekend, and then, but I tell you, John Daly, he's our age, he's in his 60s, and then every other day he's making another appearance at another, a golf appearance and a Republic appearance, and he's signing autographs. Yeah, it's a grind, man. I give John credit for, he works.
Yes,
he's not afraid to work.
He does not.
Well, hey, Justin, I know a lot of people that in the music industry, they're doing the same thing. Man, I'm proud of you for one. Second of all, you're still going to go through all these cities, and you're still going to, even sober, you're going to ask your road manager or whatever, your agent, what city am I in? He's still on.
I fully anticipate that.
Yeah. We do want to thank Honda of Russellville for sponsoring John. I don't know why there was been a phone issue. We'll work on that, but thanks Honda of Russellville for. Matter of fact, let's hit that open just to make sure and give them credit for sponsoring. Do you have that, Todd?
Play the guitar.
Yeah, you can play the guitar, can't you? Sure can.
Big John is the winner of 2 major championships. He's a national sports icon who does it his way with no apologies. Over his decades-long career, he's raised millions of dollars for charities including his beloved Boys and Girls Club of Dardanelle and Arkansas Razorback for Life. John Daly is made possible by Honda of Russellville, Arkansas's #1 Honda dealership with an inventory that nobody else has. Check him out at HondaofRussellville.com. Now, stepping off the tee box and into the mayhem, it's John Daly.
75.
So, thanks to Honda of Russellville, we're looking at the picture of Rocky Bleier and the helmet that he gave you, JD. I'm going to send that to Justin too. Wow, pretty cool,
Yeah,
cool stuff. Yeah, it's
he lost part of his foot too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
Vietnam, yeah.
In Vietnam.
Yeah, it's a different time when John. We were telling the stories. Cliff was where he's trying to balance his commitment to the military, where he makes the starting lineup for the Dallas Cowboys as a rookie halfway through the season, and they go, "Sorry, you got to go do your military commitment."
Right.
And you missed that last half of the season for the most part, trying to make it work. You know, and then you came back for the Super Bowl, and you were able to. You were juggling all that.
Well, I went to basic training during the week, and I played on Sundays.
Yeah,
but that's what.
But you couldn't. Just think if you'd had a commitment of being the whole week and being able to practice and prepare for games.
No question.
You might have made it to the Hall of. Wait a minute, you did.
It probably would have. It probably was better for me because I didn't have to practice all week, and I had it down.
We got a lot of champions on the show today. We've got Roger Scott.
Thank you very much.
Justin Moore, John Daly, and Cliff Harris, and a really great. You know what? And all of us. Not all of us, all of y'all are Arkansans.
Yeah.
Even though I know John was born in California, but you were raised in Arkansas.
You were born somewhere else. You're an Arkansas boy.
Yeah, but it's really cool to see success of Arkansans. And John, we'll let you go. I'm glad we finally got you on just at least for a few minutes, especially since you love Cliff and love the Cowboys.
Worked out.
Yeah, I want to play some golf with you.
Let's do it,
when
man.
I get some shots in my back.
It's like the same thing we say in Arkansas. Once a Razorback, always a Razorback. Once a Cowboy, always a Cowboy.
By the way, Cliff, have you seen John's beard? You know how John's got that. He's got that beard going now.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
It's your trademark now.
It's a trademark.
All right, JD. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
Thanks, JD. Johnny.
All right. Love you guys. Love you. Go Hogs. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys.
There you go.
All right, Johnny.
We'll take
go Tigers.
We'll take it. There you go. Got to put OBU in there. That's exactly right. Let's take a break. We'll come back and Justin, we got you 20 more minutes. Is that right? 20 until 9.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
that's cool. Hey, listen, doing the daddy thing. Listen, I love when you do the daddy thing. Roger's doing the granddad deal.
Yeah, I love doing the granddad.
He loves doing the granddad. They call him Pop.
What do your grandkids call you?
Pawpaw.
Very good. Pawpaw. It all works. There's nothing like them. Yeah. I mean, I love my kids. Don't get me wrong. But
And I will tell you, Justin, Cliff not only is an NFL Hall of Famer, he's a great recruiter. His wife Karen, beautiful, smart. Keeps you in line.
There you go. You're right on every one of those.
Yeah,
check all those boxes.
She's a champ. All right, we'll take a break. Come back more of Cliff Harris. A little bit more with Justin Moore. We got Joe Nichols coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. He's just a day away from the release. Full tilt boogie release. C'est la vie. It's going to be. I think it's going to really do well for him.
Don't put that next on him.
Yeah, I know. True. Good point. Good point. All right, don't go away. 8:30.
Catch the Buzz's ticker on our social media platform presented by Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville, your pool and spa chemical headquarters. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
This is Sports Center.
Highly regarded class of 2027 big man Caleb Origo committed to the University of Arkansas on Tuesday. Origo, who is 6'10 and 220 pounds, reportedly took official visits to Kentucky and BYU before visiting Fayetteville in June. He's considering reclassifying as a 2026 prospect. Origo is a consensus 4-star prospect with ESPN rating him the number 6 center and number 42 overall prospect in the nation in the 2027 class. Sticking with basketball, there are more impressive performances from former Hogs in the NBA Summer League. Trevin Brazile scored a game-high 32 points as Denver beat Oklahoma City 106-103. Darius Acuff had 26, but the Kings lost to the Brooklyn Nets 115-83. I'm Todd Pierce for the Buzz Radio Network.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
Rain chances are still high today, a 70% chance of rain and thunderstorms with a high of only 86 degrees. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a 20% chance of a shower or thunderstorm with an overnight low of 71. Tomorrow, we'll get back into the 90s, a high of 91, partly cloudy with some isolated showers or thunderstorms. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Friday on Out of Bounds, we're going to talk Razorback football and Razorback basketball, of course, but we'll also hit on a big Nike EYBL tournament in Las Vegas. We'll head live to Vegas. Also, we got Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen joining us to talk about all the promos they have this weekend. And Brian Edwards, VegasInsider.com, talking college football. All that and a whole lot more coming up Friday on Out of Bounds.
If you haven't heard, Simmons Bank was recognized recently by Newsweek as one of America's best regional banks and credit unions, and by Forbes as one of America's best in-state companies. If you're looking for a new home, they're the folks you need to talk to. Let Simmons Bank help you make home ownership a reality and help guide you through the process of finding the home loan option that is best for you with competitive rates and personalized service. They've been doing it for over 120 years. They've called Arkansas their home. It started in Pine Bluff and has grown into a premier bank in the Mid-South. Simmons Bank makes banking easy, and now you can open an account with just a few clicks. Their most popular products can be opened online in just minutes. Take it from me, I'm a satisfied customer. No matter where you live, you can find a Simmons branch near you. They also know how to put on a major golf tournament. The Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens 2 years in a row has won best tournament on the tour. So tip of the hat to them, gives a lot of money to charity. You got to try them out. With almost $30 billion in assets, Simmons Bank continues to grow, but they'll always be local. Join me and many others in making Simmons Bank your bank.
Hello, this is Justin Acree. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and a new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walk-in care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
The Saracen Casino Hotel is now open and accepting reservations. Saracen's new 14-story hotel features 318 modern guest rooms and suites, offering luxe accommodations paired with the elevated amenities and the southern hospitality customers have come to expect from Saracen Casino Resort. And while you're at it, don't skip dinner at Red Oak, recognized as Arkansas's best restaurant for 5 years running. Book your stay with Saracen by visiting SaracenResort.com or calling Saracen today.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
Let's keep the good vibes going. Morning Mayhem is back on the air. Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
All right, it is 8:35 on this Wednesday, July 15th. Special show, Morning Mayhem on the go again.
Yes.
Summer of Adventure. We were at NASCAR this weekend, 2 races Saturday and Sunday in Atlanta. We're in Dallas today at Cliff Harris's home, and then going to the Star to present the Cliff Harris Awards. And then the next week, Roger, I'll be in Tampa for SEC Media Days. And, of course, we've gone, Justin, I don't know if you probably would not know, but we did this thing. We're 500 years of Arkansas restaurants where we picked out 5 restaurants that have been open at least 100 years, and we've knocked out 4 of them.
Mariana, Hot Springs at the Ohio Club. Mariana was Jones Barbecue.
Yeah.
Mina. The White House
right,
in
Camden. Right.
Mina was
Skyline Cafe.
And we're going to go to Blytheville.
Dixie Pig.
For the Dixie Pig.
Yeah, so we've done 4 of those.
I'm very close to Blytheville.
Oh, are you? Right now? I didn't think about
now.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's going to Paragould. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Cliff, and it's been a cool thing to do that. And do want to thank Oaklawn for sponsoring our summer adventure.
Been fun.
Yeah, Justin, just the history. There's so much social media. When you post on there, hey, we're having lunch there. 5,000 people. I've been there. My family grew up there.
Yeah.
We had guys for the one in Camden. Said that they as 6-year-olds they sat on those stools that are still there in the 40s. Their dads would take them up there, so it's been cool to do that.
Well, going down to Mina, we probably passed some of your old stomping ground. I'm sure you spent a minute or two eating a pie at Shangri-La.
Oh yes, I did for sure.
Yeah, so of course that's how we traveled from Hot Springs on down to Mina last week, and Glenwood cuts off that way. You got Royal over here. You got Shangri-La coming up down that way.
Grandparents lived in Glenwood.
Okay.
I lived in Glenwood before we moved to Panama. So I knew that. We went to Central America.
You think about this is that, again, if you look at, let's say, you, Justin, and Daly, all of you come from small communities, you know, the Dardanelle for Daly, and you were in Desert, of course, Hot Springs too, but Desert at one point in high school. So small town can get it done too.
Yeah.
If you just joined us, Justin's going to be on with us till the top of the hour. We'll have Joe Nichols after that. Yeah. Let's do this. We got to play a little match game.
Okay.
Cliff, would you like to play a match game with us?
You're going to play a match game.
And by the way, Justin, we found out we got here in this amazing study that's got all these Super Bowl trophies and other trophies that you've got a guitar here.
Yeah. So, you're going to play it.
Can you?
You're going to play it. We're going to sing.
We got Justin Moore.
Yeah.
Justin Moore may sing along with you.
Yeah.
What's your song? If you can sit down and you can play it, what would it be? Is
Purple Rain?
No, stop it! Look at you.
He does.
Look at you. Yeah. Justin can sing Purple Rain. He's done that. He's done that.
We can do some Millsap too. If you want to
I tell you, Justin, last night we were leaving the home here, and Karen, Cliff's wife, said she saw the clip of Roger and Steve Qualls singing the Ronnie Millsap.
She says she loves
awesome.
Ronnie Millsap.
That clip has gotten a little bit of a fun play out of it. So
if we did one with Cliff, boy.
I know.
Oh my gosh! Every cowboy and OBU guy would be all over that.
Well, we may try that during the break. We won't put pressure on you during
no pressure. No pressure.
It's Purple Haze.
All right, Todd, do you have the open for a match game?
I do indeed.
Let's do it.
It's time to play the match game. Brought to you by U.S. Truck Accessories, your #1 Central Arkansas source for truck accessories. Visit them in-store or online at ustruckaccessories.net. Now, let's see what wacky answers the guys can come up with.
All right, we need a contestant, and I guess we're giving away Travs tickets. I don't think we have anything besides that, right? If you want a 4-pack where you can take more of your family to go to the Travs, you can do that. Plus, you get a chance to play with Cliff Harris and Justin Moore together.
Oh my God!
I mean,
together again.
2 Arkansas greats.
And Cliff is right. Obviously, he would be. I'm standing up here. I can see his number 333.
333.
You nailed that from the Hall of Fame.
Do you like country music, Cliff? Do you play any? I mean, is that
I like all kinds of music. Sure. I grew up as a music guy, and I like. My wife likes country better than I do. Because she's more country.
Because you stopped eating squirrel. If you still ate squirrel,
that's probably right.
That was it. I'm out. I don't want no country. I don't want squirrel.
Any favorite country music artists that you really love? By the way, Wes Sutton says to tell you hello. Your buddy Wes. And Tony Rankino's. No, Justin goes, maybe your favorite artist that you're on the phone with.
Yeah, it's a person.
Sorry, the delay kind of put the kibosh on that punchline there. It reminded me of a commercial, Baz, at your place.
Yeah, that's right. It did. That was great. We had a commercial that we shot, and of course, it was made up, and they asked me, well, who's your favorite country music artist? I said, that's a tough one. And Johnny Cash, and Justin goes, I'm sitting right here. Thank you very much. And yeah, we've been really honored to be a part of over the last 5 years. Justin, since he's been doing the show, has had 4 number ones, I think.
Wow.
So either 3 or 4 since he's done the show, which is pretty cool considering you're juggling all the things and getting it done. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Where does he live?
Yeah, what's that?
Awesome. Where's he live?
He's in Poen, Arkansas.
Poen.
Yeah, but that's where he grew up, and that's where he's at. Looks like. Listen, we need to get. Do we have to throw in a T-shirt? Is that what we got to do?
Okay.
Steve Qualls, Morning Mayhem T-shirt. Is that what we got to do?
I think so.
All right. So
can we do it?
Steve Qualls, can we do that? Design Labs. All right, the Travs tickets and a Morning Mayhem T-shirt. Let's go. 661-1037. There's a good chance that you're going to win this thing. This is by the way, I haven't mentioned it. Today is National Hot Dog Day. Cliff, did you know that it's National Hot Dog Day?
Oh yeah, I know.
And it's you knew that. And it's National I Love Horses Day.
Okay.
Gonna give a shout out to our guy Ron Moquette, who is a faithful listener and spending a lot of time up in New York, Saratoga is what they call it.
Yes, it is.
Look at that. The T-shirt does it.
It's on full call board now. One Morning Mayhem shirt.
Oh, look at now even more. Now we got more contestants than we
got
can
more
take.
Contestants than.
Sure. This is going to be what I'm going to do, Cliff. I'm going to give a word like Christmas blank, and so it could be Christmas tree, Christmas present, and you think of what that match would be, and just don't tell anybody.
Don't say it.
We'll let our listener come up with theirs, and if then matches either yours or mine or Justin or whatever, then they win. That's the way it works. So easy peasy. Let's go to Steve. I think he was first.
All right, Steve-O.
Punch him up there, Teddy P. Let's go ahead and get him.
Steve, are you there?
We can get him there.
Here. Yeah.
There we go. Hey, Steve. Good morning. You ready to play?
Yes, sir. Real quick.
All right.
Golf. I met Jay Bird and Cliff Harris on the golf course.
Is that right?
Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
Same place.
Good place to meet folks.
Yes, it is.
Good thing to do.
All right. Are you ready? Here we go. All right, because I did say it was National Hot Dog Day today. I'm going to take a little spin off that. And I'm going to go dog blank.
Dog
food. Don't blur it.
Yeah, dog blank.
Yeah. Don't just hold it until he gives us his. All right, so you get a lot of different directions you could go there, including what Cliff might have just said there. That's okay. That's okay. Roger, do you have yours?
I do.
Justin Moore, do you have yours?
I do.
Yeah, we got a little bit of delay here, and that's okay. And Toddy P, if you want to be in there, you can jump in too. Here we go.
Got mine.
All right. So Todd has his. Steve, what is your answer for a Morning Mayhem T-shirt and Travs tickets?
Well, the first thing I thought of is where Kate sends Justin to the doghouse.
Very, very nice.
Always go with that first instinct. Yeah.
Very nice. All right, we're going to go doghouse. We'll start with Justin Moore. What did you have, Justin?
I had Dog Park.
Dog Park. Very good.
Not bad. Not shabby.
Cliff Harris, you had?
I had food.
That's okay. That's okay.
Because my dog was just in here.
That's okay. Dog food, a very good one. Roger, what did you have?
I went with dog bone.
Dog bone. Toddy P, what did you have?
I'm going with how I'm feeling right now. Dog tired.
Dog tired. Yes.
Dog tired. Yes.
So many choices.
Activities. How many guesses do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3. I had 5 answers.
Okay, here we go.
So I had dog park.
Yeah.
I had dog bone.
Yeah.
I had dog bowl.
Oh, that's 3.
Which there's some stories about dog bowl.
There really are dog bowls.
I don't know. I wonder if have I ever told you, Justin, the story about the dog bowl?
I don't think you want anybody to know what that story is. If it's the one I know,
I'll never get that mental image out of my mind.
Oh, man,
I think I told.
Thank you for that, by the way.
You will.
Of all the things seared into my brain.
I think I told him and Kate when we were in Aspen one day. Over a few drinks back in the day.
There's no doubt you did.
So
when them key parties,
dog park, dog bone, dog bowl, dog food, and of course I had dog house for the win. Of course you did. Way to go, Steve.
Way to go. Way to go, Steve.
Dog house.
Steve, you are going to be the newest member of the Morning Mayhem Militia. Please give your information to Todd Pierce. That by that I mean your name, full name, and your address, and we'll get that to Stephen Qualls down at Design Lab in Hot Springs, and he will mail you like Cliff does. When you send him stuff to
that's right.
He will sign it for you.
So Justin, this is good. I'm glad Roger brought that up. You still get fan mail without even publicizing. You don't publicize your address, and people find the address somehow, and will write you or send you a card, send you like a player card or whatever with money to sign it.
I stamp.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I mean,
you get so many that.
Well, I thought that it would help. I think I need to up my price.
Hey, one of these days you may not listen. It's, you know,
that'll be okay.
I'll pay you $20 for that autographed mini helmet. I'll give you $20.
Okay.
I'll do it.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we got to mention too. You had the All-Star game last night. I don't know if anybody watched it. 4-0 American League wins. It was the first shutout since 2013. You had the soccer match yesterday. Spain beat France, and you got the biggie today, England and Argentina.
Yeah.
I don't know, again, anything about soccer, but that's going to be a big matchup.
Don't say that. You say so short. We know a lot about soccer now. I'm
going to take Argentina.
You think so?
I think so.
Of course, the other thing, Justin, when we come back, we'll give you a chance maybe to say a little bit more about what you think about the center that we got the commitment for yesterday, and the three guys that are going to the SEC Media Days that I'll see next week in Tampa. So, Todd, let's take us a break.
I didn't see who they were.
It's Quincy Rose Jr., Caden Kittler, who was our guy every week last year, and then Sutton Smith, the running back transfer from Memphis. So no QB. Which I think is the right move since he hadn't really named the starters. So
and some are talking about him taking taking his guy from Memphis that he
instead of Braylon
Russell.
I think that does make a statement about Sutton Smith, and
I think it does.
Yeah. And what were you saying, Justin? I'm sorry.
Oh, I think I was finished.
No, that's okay. Listen, we got a little bit of delay sometimes.
I don't remember at this point.
That's okay. All right, don't go away. 8:48 here on Morning Mayhem, live from Dallas, Texas, in the home of Cliff Harris. We're not quite done yet here, but we'll see if Roger can fire it from his board. Let's see if he can do this. There you go. Got it?
Hold on.
He's maneuvering from his computer.
I don't think I can do what I can.
Todd's got to do it.
He's on the other line.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I saw that.
Yeah.
Todd, if you sense that we're needing to go to break, look down at your computer and punch it up.
If not, we will play the entire Gap Band album. Pending action.
Todd, if you see it.
Hey, it's David Bazzel from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years, and I can vouch for the outstanding work they do. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. And get this, they've had over 2 million installs of fantastic showers and tubs across the South, with thousands of those coming right here in the natural state. At Bath Fitter, they are the manufacturer, installer, and service provider. No subcontractors involved in the process. All are employees of the company, so they own the entire process. Right now, they have an amazing offer. 0 down, 0 payments, 0 interest for 12 months. They understand that families are struggling with high prices, so they are making this special offer to help. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Bazzel sent you.
What if someone did play-by-play of your life? Example, what would it sound like if you visited, say, Genesis of Conway? There's the arrival. Look at the reaction on that face at seeing a dealership that is so luxurious. And going for a test drive now of a GV80, and the smile is huge. And here it comes, the big play, $8,000 off the price of that very same GV80. Let's hear it again in slow motion. $8,000 off. Winner, Genesis of Conway. The future of luxury today.
This July is America's 250th birthday, y'all, and Low T Center is celebrating 250 years of freedom with a 250 for 250 deal. All month long, all the guys out there who start testosterone therapy and stay with it for 90 days, we're going to put $250 back in your pocket. Low T Center's raising the T of American patriots from sea to shining sea. Come celebrate 250 years of America with Low T Center's 250 for 250 deal, because bringing back the energy and vitality of your youth is worth celebrating. Go to fixmylowt.com right now to book a free T-test. That's fixmylowt.com.
Hey, it's Christian Weaver. Real quick, don't let joint pain ruin your summer. Seriously, if your knees hurt every time you get up, your back aches after 10 minutes outside, or your shoulders are keeping you from golfing, swimming, gardening, or whatever you love doing this time of year, you need to check out QC Kinetics. If you've got joint pain, you need to know about the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. Best of all, they're right here in Little Rock. Their treatments target the source of your joint pain so you can get real relief without surgery, without pain pills, and without a long recovery. And right now, they're offering free pain evaluations. It's super easy. You sit down with a medical professional, talk through your pain, and find out if you're a candidate for treatment. Just call 501-393-1159. They've already helped more than 46,000 people get back to enjoying life again. And now it's your turn. Summer's too short to spend it hurting. Get your free pain evaluation by calling QC Kinetics today, 501-393-1159. That's 501-393-1159. Southern Bank presents Family Feud on 103.7 The Buzz. Tune in to Morning Mayhem Tuesday mornings for your chance to play with Justin Moore, David, and Roger. Family Feud on Morning Mayhem. Visit bankwithsouthern.com to take advantage of their great deposit rates and outstanding loan service.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bell. When you think about buying a car, we want you to think Bell Chevrolet. Not just because we want your business, but because we want to be on your side. That's what buying a car should look like. Simple, stress-free, knowing you have someone in your corner. We have something for every budget, new or pre-owned. I keep telling y'all it's better at Bell. Now it's time to come find out for yourself. Come see us on Chenal Parkway or shop at bellchevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Fort Thompson's is having a sale. Ruger RXM 9mm $369.90. 6-hour 365 Macro Nightmare 9mm $679.90. CCI Blazer Brass 9mm 50 count ammo for $11.99 a box at Fort Thompson's.
What's on tap? Brought to you by Flyway Brewing. It's always open season at Flyway Brewing, serving 2 Central Arkansas locations, North Little Rock, and now open in Breckenridge Village. Check out current promotions at flywaybrewing.com. Flyway Brewing. Follow the migration. We encourage you to wet your beak responsibly.
This is Michael Marion with the Simmons Bank Arena.
And Jana DeGeorge with Simmons Bank Arena.
Nobody knows music like
the boys from Morning Mayhem.
Who's that I see walking in these woods? Why, it's Little Red Riding Hood. Hey,
so Tony Rankino says he's got a recording of you singing this.
Oh, he does.
Yes. I don't know what the story is.
I don't either.
661-1037. Got a few minutes with Justin Moore left before we go. Justin, you said you were high on the young man that we signed yesterday. I don't know why. Every player we sign, it seems, has got a weird pronunciation, or every basketball player, Roger, it seems, has a weird last name. Yeah. So I would probably, it's Caleb Oregogi. I don't know.
Very, very.
Do you know how to say it?
Caleb Origu.
Origu, okay. And Justin Moore is very high.
Yeah, on Origu. On Origu.
6'10", 220.
Actually, from the latest that I read, yesterday, he's 6'11",
240,
almost 250. He's like
that was in the Democrat Gazette today. So that obviously that can vary a little bit. So yeah, but you're high on him.
Yeah, and that's just from doing research and listening to people who know a lot more than I do. I mean, this is a major get. Probably not the, it's not the best player that Calipari's had come in here, clearly, but just as far as that being a position of need where we needed depth, it's huge. It's probably the biggest recruitment. One of the guys who covers the Razorbacks said this, and I agree with it. Probably the biggest get in recruiting based on what we need of Calipari's time here.
Well, it's Yeah, it's a thing,
I've had like
we've
2
been
hours
talking.
sleep, so I might be rambling.
No, we just we've been talking about. All right, where's the big man? Where's the big man? And it looked like there was not going to be one, and so and he's probably going to be a one and doneer. But he's a big looking kid. A lot of times
opportunity. I would say he's probably more of a 2-year guy, but he's that good is the point, and he's some beef in there that we've been missing. We've had tall guys, but we haven't had big guys. If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we'll obviously we'll see, and it continues to have it. I think it's the number 1 rated class, in basketball. I think.
Oh, it was before this commit.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is there are going to be 9 freshmen on this team, and I think they have 15 roster spots. I believe.
Again, Justin, is that a good strategy?
Well, it's Cal's strategy regardless.
Yeah.
He's going to take the talent, kind of like I said yesterday. He's going to take the talent all day, every day. And if you think about just last year, for example, it was not lack of experience that got us beat. It was the lack of a post presence. On the heels of what we were just discussing with Arrigu, but and we played. Quite honestly, in my opinion, the best team in the country in the Sweet 16. So we got to – I don't know. Everybody has their own opinions of that, Baz. I mean, I don't think there's a right or a wrong. I think ideally you would have a good mix of both.
Yep.
But Calipari's going to take predominantly, the best freshman in the country every year. And for me personally, I want to win the national championship every year in every sport, obviously, as you guys do. But for me, last year was so much fun to watch because we had a player who was in the national spotlight.
You bet.
So it's kind of whatever you prefer, I guess.
Right.
So.
Well, listen. Hey, have a good time with Ella.
Yeah,
thanks, man.
Have a good time with her, and we'll talk to you whether it be tomorrow or Friday. Just let us know.
See you, bub.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys.
Have a good day. See you, Justin. All right, we'll come back. We'll visit with Joe Nichols. Listen, Joe Cliff, he may want you to play a little guitar. Joe's a country music artist. Got 5 number 1 hits. Tequila makes her clothes fall off. You're gonna play to that one.
As long as I can't. G, C, and D, the chords I know.
All right, do not go away. We'll be back in just a minute, 9 o'clock.
Just give me a call. Don't stop me now. A good time. Don't stop me now. A good time. I don't want to stop at
all. Speeding might seem like a way to save a few minutes, but it can cost so much more. Every time you drive faster than the posted speed limit, you're reducing your reaction time and increasing the risk for everyone on the road. In fact, more than 11,000 people were killed in speeding-related crashes across the United States in 2024. That's why, from July 10th through July 31st, law enforcement agencies across Arkansas will be taking part in the Speeding Slows You Down High Visibility Enforcement Campaign. Officers will be watching for speeding violations and issuing citations to drivers who choose to ignore the speed limit. So, give yourselves a little extra time. Slow it down and help keep Arkansas roads safe for your family, for your friends, and everyone you share the road with. This is a message from the Arkansas State Police Safety Office.
Chris Kane joins Morning Mayhem each Monday to mix it up with the guys. Chris Kane on Morning Mayhem is presented by Trader Bill's. Trader Bill's, your one-stop shop for all things lake.
Radio for Arkansas Sports Geeks by Arkansas Sports Geeks. All day, every day. 103.7 The Buzz. KABZ.
Parts of West Markham Street near the Arkansas School for the Deaf and Blind is closed again today after damage to a pedestrian bridge. Little Rock crews are currently inspecting a dent in the bridge's metal support beams after a car crashed into it on Monday. The section between Barton and Thayer Streets is now closed temporarily. Drivers are advised to take alternate routes. And the State Department of Health has confirmed there are 10 cases of cyclosporiasis so far this year in Arkansas. According to the National Library of medicine, there are several common foods that can be contaminated. Those include raspberries, basil, cilantro, green onions, snow peas, lettuce, and salad mixes. Officials say frozen or cooked foods should be clear of contamination. As a reminder, researchers say washing fruits and vegetables with water and vinegar can help remove that parasite. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Kara Case, Jessica Rockwell.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
More rain showers and thunderstorms are likely today. It's a 70% chance of rain. Temperatures will stay down, only a high of 86 degrees this afternoon. Tonight, pretty much remains mostly cloudy with a slight chance of a shower overnight. Tomorrow as well, a slight chance of a shower with a high of 91. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
What's on tap? Brought to you by Flyway Brewing. It's always open season at Flyway Brewing, serving 2 Central Arkansas locations, North Little Rock, and now open in Breckenridge Village. Check out current promotions at flywaybrewing.com. Flyway Brewing. Follow the migration. We encourage you to wet your beak responsibly.
Hey, it's David Bazzel for my good friends at Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville, celebrating 50 years in business. Now is the time to start planning for your new pool. It's a huge investment, and having a company that you can trust is crucial. Owners Jeremy and Shane Lawson build the pools themselves, so they will know every inch of your new pool. Luxury Pool and Spa is also your Central Arkansas headquarters for chemicals, and they have great rebates going on now for Pool Life and Bazzel Pool Chemicals. Just bring in a water sample, and the trained professionals at Luxury Pool and Spa will ensure that your pool has the proper chemicals needed. Luxury Pool and Spa is also the proud dealer of Polywood Outdoor Furniture with Climate Tough and a 20-year warranty. They also carry Pentair pool equipment, pool toys, and the Big Green Eggs. It's the perfect time to turn your backyard into your everyday oasis this summer with Luxury Pool and Spa, celebrating 50 years in business. Take it from a happy customer, they are the best. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. Check them out online at luxurypoolarkansas.com.
Stop paying retail. Summer savings on now at Natural State Wholesale, the warehouse in Cabot. Contractors, builders, and DIYers, this is your paradise. And yes, they're open to the public. Unbelievable pricing on all kinds of flooring, butcher block countertops, gorgeous shower and backsplash tile, discount shingles, ceiling fans, faucets, and more. The hottest savings of the summer. 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot. Natural State Wholesale, the warehouse where you save big every single day. Build better naturally.
Plumbing problems? No problem. Whether it's a leaky faucet or a whole lot more, call the professionals at B.R. McGinty. They'll fix it right the first time. Call for all of your plumbing needs.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, Royal Home Improvement is looking for 50 homes to participate in our summer savings event. We want to evaluate our exclusive Energy Star rated Thermo King windows in real homes. Call 1-800-565-1064 for Royal Home Improvement. 50 homeowners will receive promotional pricing. 75% off installation of a house full of new windows. Ask about zero interest financing, senior military discounts. You'll receive a $200 Walmart gift card with your window purchase. Plus a bonus. Call 1-800-565-1064 for a free $50 Restaurant.com gift card with estimate. Have your zip code and location ready to qualify. Call 1-800-565-1064. That's 1-800-565-1064 and online at royalwindows.com.
Rev up for the Cabot Police Department Foundation Serve and Shine Car Show, Saturday at the NLC Cabot parking lot on West Main Street. All makes and models welcome, food trucks, trophies, and free admission for spectators. Get registered Saturday for $25. Don't miss the Cabot Serve and Shine Car Show.
When you think CertaPro Painters, you probably think interior and exterior painting for homes and commercial properties, which we do beautifully. But did you know that we're more than just paint? CertaPro also provides expert carpentry, sheetrock repairs, deck and fence staining, and durable garage and patio concrete coatings. Whether you're refreshing your home, upgrading a commercial space, or restoring outdoor areas, we deliver professional results with the quality and service you expect. Call CertaPro Painters today or schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. CertaPro Painters, that's certainty. Hello, this is Justin Acree. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and a new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock, next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walk-in care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
Listen each Friday during Drive Time Sports for the basketball insider in Arkansas. It's Bart Reed, made possible by Martin Orthopedics. With locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Cabot, and Hot Springs Village. Staffed with fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists. For more information on the web, go to martinortho.care.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
I want your blood. I want your soul.
Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
I want them both right now.
Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
I'm your huckleberry.
Here is David Bazzel, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
All right, Lunger, let's do it.
There it is. We are live. It's the last hour of Morning Mayhem. The summer of adventure continues on. Roger Scott, David Bazzel stepped away for a few minutes. He's taking a call from one of his whales. It has to be one of his whales.
One of the whales?
Yeah, one of his whales that he's getting for the Touchdown Club that I'm not privy to know, Cliff. I don't get to know those things.
What
I didn't even know we were coming here until last night. They didn't even tell me. That's how little I know about anything. We are live in just in North Dallas is where we are.
Yeah.
At the home of Cliff and Karen Harris. They have been gracious enough to let us come in here and do the show here. Baz will be presenting the Cliff Harris Award for the Small College Player of the Year. There's 3 of them. There's 3 trophies in the back of that buzz van right now, and they are all fantastic. You have one in here as well. Todd Pierce is back in the studio. Todd, we appreciate you holding everything down. I've tried to stay away from the computer as much as I could so as not to cause you any problems and cause you any grief as we go on. We'll get Joe Nichols will be coming on here in just a few minutes. We just had Justin Moore back for day 2 since he had to leave, but he's taking his girl Ella up to Paragould. She's gotten a little invite to a school up there based on her softball prowess. That's what's going on there. But I tell you what, Cliff, I am so thrilled, so honored to be a part of this again. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, as John Daly just said. Never have wavered. It's just the way it was, and to be in the home or to be in the presence of one of my heroes growing up. And I know I don't want to keep saying that, so you go, Roger, you're making me feel old. Because, again, I'm 63 years old. You are 10, just a dozen years or so maybe older than me. But I'm telling you, man, I mean, and just being a Cowboy fan and suffering as for 30 years, Cliff, 30 years, we have not been, I've got nothing to write home about. Got nothing to write home about. I mean, there was that one game here that we lost to Green Bay, that I think with Aaron Rodgers was on there. We had a pass that was caught that was not ruled a catch until. Oh, absolutely. You remember, just like you remember. You probably remember some of your faux pas more than you do some of the good things that you did.
You're exactly right. That helps you improve.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's another thing we were talking about, the way teams are, and I tell you, you had a guy like Gene Stallings who, when you look back at some of the stuff that he did, I mean, he played under Bear Bryant. He was one of them Junction City boys.
Yeah, he was.
And David Bazzel played under Lou Holtz and Ken Hadfield, but these were disciplined guys. And we talk about what makes things change. I don't know, with New England for so many years, it didn't matter who you, other than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
If you didn't do well, or after a couple of years, you got moved out and a new guy came in, you had to earn your spot every single year to be there. You also had coaches that, you were fearful of, for a lot of reasons, but you
respected them.
You respected them. That's the fear. It was respect, and you didn't want to let them down.
Right.
And that was part of it. And you didn't want to let your teammates down. That was the other part of it. I just don't know if we see much of that anymore.
No, I think that the thing that that was most impressive to me about the Landry system is that it was logical. The thing that you wanted to do is, and we had all these analytical printouts and spreadsheets on exactly what the team had done in the last 6 games and on each down. And so we knew. And
you did analytics before really there was analytics.
Just thinking that.
Yeah, you were doing analytics back in the 70s.
They were, because I would draw up in different colors it's because it'd have first down, and I'd have a primary receiver and secondary. I'd put the red primary receivers in red and put it. Oh, you're running a turn in. You run a turn in, return in. He ran it 6 times against the Patriots, the Eagles, all the Dolphins. Oh, so they're on 1st and 10 on a red formation. He's going to run a turn in, and then I drew out the other receivers in a different color by what they were secondary receivers. But so you'd know the first and secondary receiver. Well, goodness gracious, you'd come out in 1st and 10. It's a red formation, a red right formation. They say, we're going to throw it to the 90% of the time. They're going to throw it to the Y receiver, the weak side receiver. And it's a turn in. So
and you
had an advantage, because if other teams didn't have that analytical process. I don't think they did.
Right. Do you remember the other thing about it's just they were sort of ahead of their time? Remember what they were doing on the offensive line?
Yeah.
That weird that little up down.
Oh yes.
I think the Cowboys do that at the end of the game if they're going to win. I think they in the victory formation they do the up down. That was sort of wow. Look at the Cowboys. And then on the defensive side, what you saw that we'd never seen before is that you would what they would call flex. I think right. Flex the Randy White and those guys off the ball. So, about 3-4 yards. Yeah.
Well, there was 4-3. There was a 6-1
combination.
And one guys would come up flex really weak and flex strong, and they'd have positions. They'd move outside a 3-point stance and a 4-point stance.
Do you remember too? We've talked about the 70s having better nicknames. You guys on defense had Hollywood Henderson.
Yeah.
Who ended up being do things. I think busted for cocaine and winning the lottery twice. I think is what he did.
Exactly.
How about that?
Yeah. And then you had Too Tall Jones, which we had at the touchdown club. And he was he still looked in great shape a few years back.
He's still in good shape.
Yeah, he was impressive, and of course
Captain Crash.
Captain Crash had
Randy
the
White.
Manster. What did they call him?
Manster.
Oh, the man monster.
Harvey Martin.
Harvey Martin. Was
Who your linebacker? Brunick was your linebacker.
And Leroy Jordan. We just lost Leroy Jordan not too long ago.
And then in the secondary, you had
Mel Renfro, Charlie Waters.
Yeah.
Cornell Green.
Yeah. I mean, those were.
What did you think of
Herb Adderley?
Herb Adderley.
How about Herb Adderley coming in as a Green Bay Packer all those years, and then trading for Herb Adderley as from a Green Bay Packer to a Dallas Cowboy?
Yep.
And
when you brought in Lance Allworth, was he at the end of his career at that point?
At the end of his career.
Was he still pretty good at that time?
Oh my gosh! I've got a story so when it was time, they traded for Lance Allworth, and he was my hero growing up as a kid because of Arkansas.
Yeah.
And I was counting back when it was my turn, because I was a rookie or second year guy. I was counting back because all the receivers are lining up to run in practice the routes, and they were lined up and we were lined up, the defensive backs. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, and I counted myself 1, 2, 3 4. I said I'm going to have to cover Lance Allworth.
Not what you wanted to do.
That's what I wanted to do. He's my hero.
And how was he covering him back then? How was he?
He was
still fast.
He was not from one scale to 1 to 10. He was an 8, I think. He was really fast.
How would you compare him to who's the guy that was the world class sprinter for you guys?
Bullet Bob Hayes.
How was he compared?
Well, there's another nickname, Bullet Bob Hayes.
Bullet Bob.
Yep.
Well, it's a complete different
style of player.
Different style, because what Bob Hayes would do was the threat was he could run by you easily and run deep. Well, he could but he didn't have great routes.
Route running,
but Allworth, man.
I did want to ask too. I know we got Joe Nichols on the phone here in a second. So back then you had the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Of course, we had Kelly Finglass last year at the Touchdown Club. Now, were you guys strictly, you are not allowed, was it told you could not date the cheerleaders, or were you allowed?
No fraternizing?
Were you allowed to date them back then?
You weren't allowed to date them then.
Okay.
You just could.
Did you follow the rules?
I'm not going to answer that question.
That's a good one right there. That's outstanding. That's outstanding. I want to ask you, but I don't want to waste. I know we got Joe Nichols on. When we come back, I want to ask you about what you thought of Danny White.
Oh, Danny White.
When Danny White. Yeah, when we come back.
Let's bring in Todd. I know you've got Joe. Let's go ahead and bring him in.
He's one of the best artists to come from the state of Arkansas.
Turn that up
He's
a little
got
bit, Tom.
5 #1 hits, 2 Grammy Awards, and 4 nominations. He's brought to you by Powers Truck Parts and Service in North Little Rock. From headlight to taillight and everything in sight, they provide dependable repairs and massive inventory on heavy-duty parts ready to roll. Visit PowersTruckParts.com today. Now, here's the Natural State's very own Joe Nichols.
Good morning, Joe. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Great to have you on. We missed you last week, but glad to have you back today. We talked to Joe. We've had him now for, I guess, a year. I lose track of time. Sometimes I forget what we learned from Joe. So I said, we're at Cliff Harris's house. I said, I'm not sure if you're a Cowboy fan or not. And you said, yes, you are. Now, are they your #1 team, Joe, or one of several?
Yeah, well, they're my #1 team, yes. But I do follow the Tennessee Titans as well. And it's only because that team moved to Nashville around the same time I did. And I was one of about 25 people in the stadium that went to watch them play. They played at Vanderbilt Stadium where you had to drink beer outside. Drink beer in the college stadium. So I grew to love them that way. But yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan first.
Absolutely. Now your age, you're in your, how old are you? 40? Are you 45, 49? What is it?
I'm 49. Yeah.
Yeah. So he would not. Yeah, so
your publicist wants you to tell us that.
You've got two Cowboy teams. Greatness happened in the 70s, the decade of the 70s. That's when Cliff Harris was obviously earned his gold jacket, and then you had the 90s. For us, Joe, we grew up. For me and Roger, we grew up smack dab in the middle of the greatness of the 70s, and where it became America's team.
Yeah,
I mean, and so
they were America's team before.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, yeah.
In the 60s?
Yeah, no, the 70s.
That's
what we're saying. No, that's what we're saying.
So, Joe, it's interesting that, our Cowboy heroes are guys like Cliff Harris, Roger Staubach, Tony Dorsett, where most everybody else is Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and so on.
And now who are their heroes?
There's nobody.
For the Cowboys.
There's nobody right now. The thing, too, we want to bring up, Joe, is that your new single, it comes out in 2 days, right, the 17th. It's getting a lot of play on social media.
We're loving it.
Are you still getting positive feedback from around the country?
Yeah, we're getting all kinds of good feedback. That's early buzz around the song. That's always good, because they try to generate that inorganically. I think that's a word. When you put out music, they try to get, kind of that fake buzz around it. And not a lot of people have tried to do that kind of thing in this go around. So it's got a lot of people talking. I hope it continues because the radio's really excited about playing it. Boy, that's the #1 thing you want. You want radio basically demanding that you release a song, and kind of got that right now. We'll hope to stay.
Yeah, well, we don't want to jinx it by saying what we think is
#1. Roger and I, when we've been traveling around, we went to 2 NASCAR races last week, and so we've just been going back and playing the clips from social media. Yeah. How does that, Joe, work? How does that work when you're playing a song for the audience that they don't know yet? Is that a weird deal, or are you just hoping they catch on as you go, or are you telling them on the front end? How does that work with a new song that hasn't been out yet?
Yeah, I usually tell them on the front end, and then, you kind of know if there's going to be some magic in a song the first time you play it, and, that's really valuable information. So if everybody across the country, all the fans react the same way about a song, and say, for instance, they're all singing the chorus by the second time it comes around, and, the reaction is big at the end of the song, then you have something, because those are all independent of each other. They kind of learn it at the same time, so you can kind of go back and imagine telling radio, hey, the crowd loves this all across the board, from Maine to Southern California. They all have the same reaction, and it's big. You have to say songs like Broken Heartsville and Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off were both like that. And Give Me That Girl, it was like that. So I hope this song is as big as those. Those are game changers. But, that usually is a good sign that people kind of talk about this early and they're singing along with it, sticks in your head. Yeah.
Because that's what that sticks in our head.
The minute I heard it, I think Roger was just saying, the minute we heard it, I thought, man, that's got a fun thing. I mean,
we like it.
Yeah, we liked it, and I think most everybody, because it's very creative song. I was going to ask you, it's very creative songwriting. Did you write? You probably told us last week. Did you write that by yourself, or did you combo it with somebody else?
No. This is one of the only ones that I didn't write. This is written by the producer, the guy I'm working with, co-producer on this record.
Gotcha.
So Jason Sellers, he wrote Sunny in 75, and we wrote a few songs for this album, including High Notes, the last release we put out as a streaming song, and Fighting a Good Fight. So I write a lot. I'm really critical of anything I write, so you probably don't hear 9 out of 10 songs that I write. So
right.
But I missed the day on this one. They got together and wrote without me on this one, and it's just freaking terrible.
You know what? When you mention that song, you're playing that out on the road, the new one now.
Yeah.
You're playing it out on the road. And of course, there's a snippet of it that's on social media, and that's how we got it. And we played that coming back from Mina last week. We played a little bit of that and singing Broken Heartsville again. But how come I haven't looked for it, but how come I haven't had a fan record that? So, hey, this is my new song. I want to play this out, and it'll be going. We'll play it in a couple of months. It'll be out in a couple of months. But this is what it is. How come someone hasn't put that out on social media?
They're in the crowd.
With their phone.
They may have.
Yeah.
Are you saying how come somebody hadn't stolen it and done it for their own
How come
stuff?
somebody? Yeah, because I hadn't looked for it.
Yeah, let's say because probably we can't find it.
Yeah, because I hadn't looked for it.
The one that's dominantly out there is the one that your team has been putting out there. Your team's done a good job of that.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you stopped people from doing that.
It comes out Friday.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, we know. We've been touting it for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I think they have some kind of technology that kind of follows along, and stops anybody from pirating the song or anything like that. I really can't do anything about somebody that. Oh, I tell you what, until it comes out, there's like a legal stop. If you're the first person to record a song like C'est La Vie, well, you have the rights to that song. You have all the say-so on that song. So if somebody sneaks in, records it, and puts it out before you do, there's a lot of legal trouble there. That's a messy lawsuit, and you've had cases back in the day that people done that, and it cost them dearly. So I had a song, for example, I when I first started called The Impossible, and I was given the rights to that song, but Mark Chestnut had a backup on it. I think I got the story right. You'd have to talk to Mark to get his version of this. But Mark Chestnut had a backup. This is back to 2001, I think. And so he was kind of given word that he could cut it, but I was given word I could cut it first. And so we put it out before he did, and they already had a plan together to go to radio with it and all this stuff. And so he was kind of furious that I got to do that first, but he would have had a case had he been given the rights to do it first, but he was given a backup hold, what they call a backup hold. And so he could have done something before I did it, and it would have been bad, but I got the first rights to the song, and I got to cut it, and so that's why he never put it out, because I got to it first.
You know what? That's funny you say that. It was almost like that. That reminds me of that "How Do I Live" song that I heard from on that movie Con Air, which was a fantastic, horrible movie. Between Trisha Yearwood and I think who's the other chick that sang that song?
Leanne Rimes.
Leanne Rimes. Yeah. Because they were both out simultaneously, I think. Or did she just do it for the movie?
What I understand is the Leanne Rimes version was first, but the movie makers, the producers of the movie, didn't like that it sounded very youthful. It didn't fit the story with Leanne singing. And so they did release it simultaneously, but the original was Leanne Rimes, but they couldn't use it for the movie. So the big push was behind Trisha Yearwood's version on the movie.
All right, the things you guys got to do just to put food on the table.
Joe, yesterday you finally got the big man. Now, Cliff, Joe Nichols is a big Razorback fan, and he knows everything about everything when it comes to breaking news for recruits. So he's been concerned about, Cal not getting a big man. Justin Moore says, Joe, that he really likes this Caleb is Origu. Was it Origu? Origu, is that right? Justin's very high on him. What about you?
I'm very high on him talent-wise. He's going to be a big player, but I think he just turned 17, or maybe hasn't turned 17 yet. So you can't really put your SEC hopes on a guy at 17 years old. It's good for the future. He might be good this year, but I think he'll really be good the following year. I still think, there's a lot of question marks at that 5, even though we have a guy like this. Big dude, I think at 16 is pretty well built. But hey, if Cal feels like he's got the roster that he can win with, I believe that guy over myself. So he's a big dude that can learn quick. I think he can blow up the hole. You got Bowser, you got Tomato, one more in there. Thinking some guys that are not just throwaway guys. You got guys that can play. All the other 4 pieces are friggin' phenomenal pieces. So you don't really need the 5 to be, extremely special, and you can have a little bit of wiggle room for a guy like that Caleb, the new Caleb O guy. You can have a little wiggle room for him to grow into that part. You know what I mean? It buys him some time to get better. So the talent will show up, I reckon.
We're visiting with Joe Nichols. Do want to say thanks to Powers Truck Parts and Service in North Little Rock, Chad and Stephanie Powers for sponsoring Joe. Also, I saw Todd Pierce, our producer for today, said that Carson Wiggins signed with the Mets today, $3.46 million. And so how about that, Joe? You have a record number of players drafted for Razorback baseball. Of course, it obviously doesn't equate to getting you to the World Series or winning a national championship. But again, I guess if you're not going to win, show that you have the most players drafted, that you're getting good players in. Yeah, I'm anxious to see how the draft hurts us with incoming guys. I think we did okay. As far as incoming guys, I think a few guys went into the middle round, like the 9th through, I think I got this right, 10th through 13th round, something like that. Yeah. And we had guys that were kind of on the fence. So hopefully we get all those guys that get to campus that are hoping to improve the draft status.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Joe. You got a delay. Listen, I'm excited about David coming back in a couple of weeks and letting me know by his expression how he feels about the football team this year, because he's going down to SEC Media Days. And Hooten's Magazine came out a few days ago and have the Razorbacks listed as what?
52nd nationally.
52nd nationally.
Yeah. I think that's probably about right, yeah.
Man, until you win and prove them wrong, they can say what they want, I guess.
You're right, yeah. I mean, low expectations can be a positive thing. They announced the players that are going to go, Joe, to the SEC Media Days. This will be the, I think, 14th year in a row that I've gone. You've got Quincy Rhodes Jr. and Caden Kittler and Sutton Smith. No quarterback going this year, which is fine. They haven't named the starter, so I think that's okay. But, yeah, it all gets underway. Talking season, Cliff, is what they call it, because that's what it is. All 16 teams will be down there with their head coaches and the players. And you didn't have any of that back at OBU back in the day, all right? And the Razorbacks, we had a little bit of that in the old Southwest Conference. And before we let you go, I did want to ask Joe, going back to growing up as a kid, who was your NFL hero? Who was the NFL player or players that you sort of looked up to or maybe idolized or you thought were the best?
This is going to be funny. I hate to say this. With Cliff there listening, when I was a little kid, I liked all the players that were named Joe. I didn't really know about how NFL.
That's so good.
But my two favorite players, I was a little kid, Joe Montana and Mean Green. My two favorite guys.
Joe Green.
There you go. I like the commercial with Mean Joe Green. Felt like I was that kid, like, oh man, he could put in Jersey. That's my early on, favorite. Our household was really divided on the Steelers and Cowboys. They were big divided. Mom had a bunch of terrible terry towels, and my dad, had some Cowboy stuff. Our family was big Cowboys, and that was it. Our household was kind of split all over the place for different weird reasons. Like I said,
that's what a kid does. That's what a kid does. You go, I like that. That guy has my name. I like that. Just like St. Joe, Missouri.
Well,
let's go visit there.
And Joe, Roger here was named after Roger Staubach.
Yeah.
And so obviously that's been fun to talk with Cliff about that.
Absolutely.
And then Cliff, didn't you just tell us during the break that you just got a text a little while ago from Mean Joe Green?
Yeah,
about he wants you to play in his golf tournament.
Yeah. He's
that's awesome.
For something.
I had him at the Touchdown Club a few years back, and he was so nice. So nice. What a class that guy. But when we showed the film, especially those early years, Cliff, when he came into the league as an angry young man, he was almost unstoppable, even with double teams. Man, he was, and he would fight.
Yeah.
He would.
That's why they got Mean Joe Green.
Yeah, that's right. That's how I got Mean Joe Green out of it.
That's exactly right.
And Joe, we asked him about the that Coke commercial, and he said, "Man, he said, I burped so much. He said we had to do about 50 shots because I was burping because I was,
drinking so many sodas.
He was chugging those, for every take, and then he said, his stomach was sort of upset by the end of the day. All right, man.
I got a similar story about how we made the tequila makes your clothes fall off video with real tequila. It wasn't burping.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
I'd like to watch that.
We need to go back and watch that.
Yes.
Man.
In the video that plays, that's real tequila?
Oh, yeah. You can kind of see it in my eyes a little bit toward the end of the video. That was toward the end of the day. I got this glassy. I'm chugging them. I had my girlfriend there, but there was like 50 girls in bikinis all around. Like everybody was drinking tequila. It was a wild night. That was kind of crazy.
Oh, my God.
I was way younger. That was a long time ago. Yeah.
Right on.
Somebody, one of our listeners did just send us a message and said, "Hey, ask Joe, are you doing a video for C'est La Vie or no?"
We've been really big into that conversation the last 2 days, like crazy. The last 48 hours, all we've talked about is making a video for this. And we got some good ideas. I think we're going to shut down Broadway in Nashville. We got some good ideas about doing something crazy down there on 4th, 5th Avenue on Broadway. So that'll be fun.
You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that if you didn't feel good about the song.
And Joe's a good-looking guy. And
that's right.
When you smile and you're having fun,
he's tall.
It makes the video
works out.
Well, AI
don't block my phone.
AI kicks in.
Right.
Well, Joe, thanks for hopping on with us.
Joe.
And we're going to make sure go ahead, Cliff.
So I just got interestingly enough, I just got a text from Joe Green's wife, and it says his 80th birthday is September 19th, and they're inviting me.
How about that? So it's all
about
Joe
man,
today.
that's
That's
Joe.
Very nice.
Absolutely.
Listen, Cliff is still mad about losing two of his 3 Super Bowls to the Steelers, so he's not in a good place with
So am I. Yeah. Well, I'm going to ask Cliff if that invitation has a +1.
Well, I got a question for Cliff. Hey, how are the Cowboys going to be this year? Because I keep going back and forth between and good. What are we looking at?
Well, hey, I'm always hoping for good.
Yeah. But
realistically, I think that if they have a better defense, they're going to do better this year.
It's all about the defense, though.
I think the defense. Well, I don't know. I don't want to get in too deep in it, but I'm really pulling for them every year. But I love to see the defense step up this year and play better.
They need to.
We're still. I still think that offensively, we need to step it up on offense too and make big plays when they need them, and that's what the main.
Well, you
thing.
can imagine, Joe. If you're Cliff Harris, you went to 5 Super Bowl in 10 years. You won 2 of them. You were Pro Bowl 6 years in a row, and and then of course you had the success of the '90s, and then go 30 years. 30 years watching this franchise not get in.
Since 1995, after that Super Bowl, a child was conceived, got married, and completed medical school and has 3 kids since that last time.
That's a different perspective I had.
Joe, thanks as always, man. Good stuff.
Joe.
Appreciate you.
Good luck on the song, brother.
Good luck on the song.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
We can't wait to hear it.
Appreciate y'all.
Talk soon. Go Hawks. See you, man.
Go
Hawks.
Go Hawks. I actually I've said that phrase, that thing before about the Cowboys. I started it about 10 years ago. And so as time went on, and a guy came up to me not too long ago and said, you've been talking about a child being conceived, going to school, graduating college, doing this and doing all that since he goes, I actually have a daughter that was conceived at that time, not because of that, but on that year. They have gone on to a medical school, became a doctor, got married, have a child, and had another one on the way at that same time. Yes. So that's how long it's been. You're talking about your analytics and the numbers about how far you go back on things, and you'll look at what somebody's age is. That's how I try to keep it into perspective.
That's a different era.
You better know it, brother.
As we go to break here, it is the birthday of Linda Ronstadt.
Wow.
Who she turns 80 today, which is hard to believe. Of course, she's responsible, Cliff, for helping start the Eagles. They were all backup players in the band she had. Boy, she could sing, and she's dealing with Parkinson's is what she's dealing with. All right, do not go away. We're in the home of Cliff Harris. If you were wondering, our summer of adventure continues thanks to Oaklawn. Make sure and go to the webcam that Raj has set up and look at some of the beautiful pieces that Cliff has behind him, including 2 Super Bowl replica trophies. And if you want to be a part of the part of the show, rather, ask a question. 661-1037 is the number. It's 9:37.
Catch the Buzz's ticker on our social media platforms presented by Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville, celebrating 50 years in business. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
This is SportsCenter.
American League pitchers held the National League to just 3 hits and 3 total bases Tuesday in a 4-0 victory at the All-Star Game in Philadelphia. Cody Bellinger, the New York Yankees, got things going for the American League with a 2-run single in the bottom of the first inning. Yankees teammate Ben Rice added an RBI single later in the inning. That made it 3-0. Chicago White Sox third baseman Miguel Vargas hit a solo home run in the top of the 8th that set the final score. Toronto pitcher Dylan Cease, who started for the AL, was credited with the win after notching a walk and 3 strikeouts in his only inning of work. Philadelphia's Christopher Sanchez started for the NL. He took the loss after allowing all 3 first-inning runs on 3 hits with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. I'm Todd Pierce for the Buzz Radio Network.
David and Roger are hitting the road this summer, celebrating the Morning Mayhem Summer of Adventure presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs. Keep it on the buzz to find out where they're heading next.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
Rain chances are still high today, a 70% chance of rain and thunderstorms with a high of only 86 degrees. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a 20% chance of a shower or thunderstorm with an overnight low of 71. Tomorrow, we'll get back into the 90s, a high of 91, partly cloudy with some isolated showers or thunderstorms. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Join Rick Schaefer and I every afternoon on Arkansas's #1 caller-driven sports show. We'll talk with great guests like Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, Trey Biddy, Hogsports.com, Kevin Bohannon, and a whole lot more. It's all right here from 4 to 7 on 103.7 The Buzz.
Give me liberty or give me a historically low auto loan rate from Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union. Hey, folks, founding father. Well, at least founding father to Eric, Zach, and Meredith anyway. Here to remind you about the historic auto loan rates offered this summer from my friends at Alcoa. From now until the end of August, you can get rates as low as 1.776% on 2024, 25, and 26-year models. Doesn't matter if it's brand new or if you want to refinance the ride you already have. These year models qualify apply for this great offer. Not only do you get a historic rate, you can take the summer off from making a car payment with no payments for 90 days. Do you need more time to pay or a lower payment? Alcor's got you covered there with financing available up to 84 months. Take it from me, Founding Father Roger Scott. This is a limited time offer, and you do not want to miss this opportunity. You can apply securely online, visit one of the branches, or just give them a call to get started. Celebrate America's 250th anniversary with this historic offer from Alcoa. Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, serving 15 counties in central Arkansas. With many convenience and grocery stores moving to mostly self-checkout these days, nowhere is it easier to shop than at your local family market. Friendly staff give you the very best in customer service, including bagging all your items. And you can save inside the store and outside at the pumps with your Family Market rewards cards. Don't miss Big Mondays. Mid-grade gas for the price of regular and premium for the price of mid-grade. All of this can only be found at Family Market in Pangburn, Malvern, Shannon Hills, Mayflower, Hot Springs, and Wooster, with a second Hot Springs location coming soon. And if there's not a Family Market in your neighborhood, look again. One's coming.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Everybody knows the Brad Hendricks Law Firm is famous for car wrecks, big truck crashes, and medical negligence cases. But they do a lot more than that. They help good people who can benefit from bankruptcy. And they also help older folks who had their Social Security claims denied. When you need a lawyer, call the firm that is pure Arkansas, where you won't ever be just a number. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Fence Brokers presents Razorback Graffiti every Monday with Morning Mayhem. One sentence to let the guys know how you feel about the Razorbacks. From Fence Brokers, going the extra mile.
Can't listen to the radio? Don't worry. You can catch Morning Mayhem live every day. Just download the 1037 The Buzz app.
I've been cheated, been mistreated.
All right, 9:42. We're running behind. This will be a short segment right here. Here at the home of Cliff Harris in Dallas, right outside of Dallas. We'll be at the Star here in just a little bit, where we will be presenting 3 Cliff Harris Award winners. They're big $3,000 trophies. Doing a lot of social media and photos. We've got Dwayne Duncan coming down. We've got Courtney Mims from Fox 16, Alicia Dover from Flyover Agency. Roger's really cool when you go in the meeting rooms of the various positions like linebackers, defensive line, DBs. They've got pictures of former Cowboys. Well, in the DB room, you've got 3 Hall of Famers. You got Cliff Harris, big 7-foot image, Deion Sanders, and I think Renfro was the other one, Cliff, if I remember. That's to make you feel good seeing that when you go in there. Yeah. They haven't forgotten you.
I'd go up there and have to clean that off.
Somebody says this, fact or crap? Tiger Woods has had more DWIs than the Cowboys have had playoff wins over the past 30 years. Yeah, that somebody said
it might be a tie.
Cliff, how did you get this? He said, this is Terry from Fairfield Bay. How did you go from Fayetteville? You were born in Fayetteville. How did you get from Fayetteville? What was the scoop for going from Fayetteville to Des Arc, or Hot Springs, rather?
My dad was in school getting his master's degree in agriculture. So we ended up going to living in Panama, Central America, for a couple of years. Then we moved back to Hot Springs, and then I moved to Des Arc my senior year in high school.
Do you, in your mind, Hot Springs is the place you were really raised as a young person?
Yeah, it really was the place I was raised. I think that at Des Arc is where my career took off.
Yeah, as a quarterback that senior year.
Yeah, and we were undefeated.
Yeah. And we mentioned it earlier, Roger. Of course, you go to OBU and have a great career there, and you return kickoffs and punts. And the Cowboys, obviously, Gil Brandt saw that. Got you as a free agent. You become one of the best in the league in returning kickoffs.
Yeah.
Averaged like 25 yards a game.
No, I was the best in the league for those early years, and I had the highest return average for a long time for the Cowboys. And,
how about that?
I mean, I
don't see that anymore. Don't see that very much at all.
No. But I mean, because they don't play as
They can't hit them as hard.
You're so valuable. They don't. Back then they were like, man, he's good enough. He's tough enough. He can handle it, and he's valuable to be able to help us return kicks.
I've returned punts and kicks and kick.
Couple birthdays in addition to Linda Ronstadt. Alex Karras. You remember Alex Karras? A little bit older than you as a player, but he was. A lot of TVs, movies, those kind of things.
Yeah, he was in the
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah. Also, Bubba Gilliam lives here, and he plays in my golf tournament every year.
Who does?
Bubba Gilliam, who was the guy that said, the guy in Blazing Saddles that said, he was the sheriff, I think.
Is that right? Well, Roger really knows Blazing Saddles a lot.
Bubba Gilliam.
Wow.
I didn't realize he's still here.
Yeah, he plays in my. He's older.
It was on this day, too. Tex Schramm passed away at the age of 83. This is 2003.
Wow.
President and GM. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah. Gosh.
Also, this is the day, Roger, in 2005, this day in history, Jack Nicklaus played his last hole of competitive golf during the Open Championship at St. Andrews. Finished with a birdie. Very nice there. On this day, Roger, Twitter was released to the public. What year do you think it was?
On this date, I will say, let's see, I have been released to the public.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't mean on the stock market.
No, just Twitter when it was available to people.
I will say not 2010. I'll say 2008.
Not a bad guess. 2006.
I was going to go under.
Also,
you did. You would have won.
Speaking of Arkansans who, from small towns that did great just like you, on this day in history, 1992, Arkansas Governor Bill Clinton won the Democratic presidential nomination at the party's convention in New York City, goes on to defeat President Bush and Ross Perot, and becomes president. Again, comes from Hope to Hot Springs.
Yeah.
So
I went to school with Bill Clinton.
Oh, you did? You overlapped with him?
He was a year ahead of me. And
wow, that's a small world.
Grew up he was born in Hope, but he grew up in Hot Springs, and he said he's the man from Hope.
Yeah, so you remember it? Do you remember much of it? Of course, you wouldn't have known he was going to be president.
I remember in Cook's Ice Cream Parlor they had right there on Albert Pike. So they'd have the Saturday nights, like you remember those days, the rock and roll days, and in those booths, the 12 booths, there was Bill Clinton, and surrounding him were about 10 girls. Wow. He was standing right in the middle of them.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. I don't know.
Tom, let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap things up. If you want a question for Cliff here the last few minutes, we'll certainly do it. And I've had a lot of a fun time today. Roger, a couple others. Jesse Ventura. Turned 75 today. His brother John Stallworth, we mentioned him earlier today. That Clef played against him, Hall of Famer.
Yes,
now Ventura's dead.
That's him right there,
right?
In this picture right here.
It sure is. Not according to my notes.
Jesse Ventura.
I don't think so.
Jesse the Body.
Yeah, according
Minnesota
to
governor.
Yeah.
I think he passed.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, listen,
I hope he's not listening.
Brigitte Nelson.
Remember her? I do. Remember.
Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Beat Yvonne. Beat
Cobra.
Oh, yeah.
And on this day, Roger, some great movies came out. Die Hard came out on this day.
The original?
The original.
John McClane.
Wedding Crashers. There's Something About Mary.
Oh.
Brett Favre's in that one. Yeah. All right, do not go away. More of Cliff Harris when we come back, and glad you're with us. The Summer Adventure continues as I will head to Tampa, Florida for the SEC Media Days from Saturday to next Thursday. So on the go.
I thought you were singing Onward, Chris.
All right, don't go away. 9:48.
Hey, it's David Bazzel with Morning Mayhem for my good friends at Baptist Health. You know, in sports, we talk about the best ability being availability. You can't help the team if you're on the sidelines. The same goes for your life outside the stadium. Baptist Health is all about keeping you in the game. That starts with the screenings we often put off, like colonoscopies and prostate exams. Now, I get it. Nobody wants to schedule these, but at Baptist Health, they make it simple. They aren't just looking for problems. They're looking for peace of mind. Catching things early isn't just to win. It's the ultimate game changer for you and your family. And if you ever do need a procedure, Baptist Health is leading the way with the new Da Vinci 5 robotic surgical system. It's the latest in surgical precision, meaning smaller incisions, less pain, and most importantly, a much faster recovery. It's world-class health care delivered with a servant's heart right here in Arkansas. Don't wait for a symptom to be your wake-up call. Visit Baptist-Health.com today to schedule your screening. You'll be so glad you did. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
What if someone did play-by-play of your life? Example, what would it sound like if you visited, say, Genesis of Conway? There's the arrival. Look at the reaction on that face at seeing a dealership that is so luxurious. And going for a test drive now of a GV80, and the smile is huge. And here it comes, the big play, $8,000 off the price of that very same GV80. Let's hear it again in slow motion. $8,000 off. Winner, Genesis of Conway. The future of luxury today.
Around here, reputation matters. That's why homeowners and businesses trust CertaPro painters. From detailed residential work to professionally managed commercial projects, CertaPro delivers craftsmanship to protect your investment. Visit CertaPro.com, that's Certa with a C, and reserve your spring project today.
Hawks Homes, Arkansas's #1 dealer. Hawks have homes as small as a 1-bedroom all the way to 5 bedrooms. Hawks has several lot models at both locations, yet you can save thousands. Hawks has a 5-bedroom that's only $55 per square foot. Don't have land? No problem. Hawks can help you finance the land and all the improvements all in one package. Located in Conway at the Dave Ward exit in Bryant on I-30. Visit our homes online at hawkshomes.net.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Michigan signed a wide receiver in the portal named Jamie French, except his name is spelled F-F-R-E-N-C-H. Yeah, you're thinking, Pigskin, I don't give 2 F's about some guy from Texas now at Michigan. Well, I hear you, but I'm thinking about spelling pigskin with 2 P's. Well, then again, I'm so old, maybe 1 P is enough. Art imitates life. Double B's has 2 B's. 2. B, B, voila, Double B's. Besides 2 B's, Double B's has everything you need for a Ricky Bobby Talladega Nights pit stop. Coffee, breakfast, lunch, snacks, drinks. Double B's has got it all, S.A. Double B's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
Injured? There's only one number you need to know. 888-8888.
At Rainwater Holton Sexton, no case is too big and no insurance company too strong.
Just dial 888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
When your truck isn't moving, your business isn't making money. Don't stress. Call the experts at Powers Truck Parts and Service in North Little Rock. From headlight to tail light and everything in sight, they'll provide dependable repairs with a massive inventory of heavy-duty parts ready to roll. Their experienced technicians work fast to get you back on the road and back to work. Powers Truck Parts and Service, keeping your trucks rolling. Visit PowersTruckParts.com today.
Join the fun at Arkansas's largest indoor pickleball tournament, July 30th through August 2nd in the Hot Springs Convention Center. It's not too late for you to enter. Entry deadline for the Spa City Classic has been extended to this Sunday. Go to pickleballtournaments.com to enter. Over 150 different age and skill levels to match your playing ability. But you must register by Sunday. The Spa City Classic, brought to you by Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram and sponsored by Washita Bar and Grill and Comfort Inn and Suites. Go to pickleballtournaments.com.
Join 103.7 The Buzz as First Security Bank presents coverage of the 2026 SEC Media Days. Baz, Trey, and Randy Rainwater will be in Tampa with the latest news, interviews, and highlights. Brought to you in part by Kaufman by Design West, Blackman Auctions, UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine, Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, and Bet Saracen. And be sure to watch 103.7 The Buzz social media for live videos, pictures, and much more. 103.7 The Buzz, live from SEC Media Days, presented by First Security Bank. Bank better.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, the self-proclaimed best singing radio show in the country.
All right, wrapping things up here in Dallas. Big D, just checked to make sure we're going to be headed over to the Star in Frisco. That is the headquarters of the Dallas Cowboys. I mentioned that Seattle, the Seattle Seahawks, just sold their franchise for $9.6 billion. The estimated value of boys $13.8 billion.
Okay.
And I don't think if we look at what's the soccer team that's the biggest in the world. Which one is that?
Was it?
Todd, do you know what that is?
Was it Real Madrid?
United.
Yeah. Manchester United. Okay.
Look that up, Todd, and see. I bet you they're probably 10 or 11 billion. But Jerry bought that sucker for.
Well, they teetered back and forth.
But sure, it was close for
a week or two. Yeah, every other week it seemed like one of those soccer teams. And I know maybe the Yankees were up there at one point when Jerry first took over and started climbing. But
yeah, $13.8 billion. He bought it, Cliff. You remember $150 million. What was in the 80s. I was here in Dallas when the news broke on that thing. And, of course, we had Jimmy Johnson last year at the Touchdown Club, and sort of fascinating to hear him. But, again, just, he knew the value growing up in Arkansas and being in Arkansas, watching and seeing, and he was a businessman, and he may not be winning, but he's making some money, man. I'll tell you that much.
Valuable.
You got a buddy, Mike Garner, Doc.
Yeah.
Doc down that way. He was just listening to the show and just paid a compliment that it's been a good show and all that, and all the content that we have. So it's all the traveling that we got going, the Summer of Adventures and all that, and you going down the SEC Media Days. Here we are in the Hall of Famers home and doing all that. It's and going to those 5 restaurants of over 500 years total. That's all for content for the show to do those things. That's why we do it. So we appreciate it when somebody like that says that, and somebody that I respect and love his opinion.
Let us know when Phil gets in there, Todd, if you will. And
morning,
Phil, thanks
I'm
again,
here.
man. Hey, Phil. Hey, Phil. How are you?
Doing all right today. It's raining here on the Rock. It's pouring.
Now, that's what I heard. I know they got to take off of the plane. Do you want to thank Wright, Lindsay, and Jennings for being the sponsor of the Cliff Harris Award. Thanks to Judy Henry and all her support for going back 13 years. Greg Hatcher, the Hatcher Agency's bringing a group down. Hopefully the rain won't affect us that much. But our next, the person we're talking to, Cliff, is Phil Elson, who is the voice of the Razorbacks for baseball and women's basketball. He also is a Pittsburgh native.
That's right.
So
died in the little Steelers fan, Cliff.
Well, you better be if you're from Pittsburgh.
How old are you, Phil?
I'm 49. You know, it's kind of funny. Where I was born is on the north side of Pittsburgh, right where Three River Stadium is located. My parents lived in an apartment complex where a lot of the Steelers lived there too, in a penthouse. And Mean Joe Green carried my mom's laundry up, on the elevator sometimes.
Oh,
wow,
my gosh.
very nice.
He would do that. He's a great guy.
He just got 2 texts from he and his wife this morning.
Yeah.
I think you think about it. Joe Green was he was the first guy, and then they brought in I think Bradshaw right after that.
Yeah.
And I think they brought in somebody. Maybe it was Swan.
It was the 74 draft that really
had 4 gold jackets, right, out of that group. I think 3 or 4 out of that one draft class.
I think
crazy.
So.
I don't want to talk
about
about
that. Yeah, no reason to get into that, Cliff. I know.
And you remember, Phil, if you go back and look, the famous play where Jack Lambert gets mad because you go up and pat that kicker in the back after you missed the field goal, and Lambert throws you down, and you get up.
He came up from behind me.
He did. I don't think you saw him coming either. Not at all.
I didn't see him coming.
Phil,
would have been in trouble.
What's happened on the Zone today?
Well, this is our 3rd acre-free version of the Zone for the week. Joe Klein stopping by. Trevin had a huge game in the Summer League yesterday for the Nuggets. You've had 2 Razorbacks drop 30 in the last 2 days. The All-Star game last night, a little bit of a yawner. Nostalgia was kind of fun with that yesterday. Michael Felder stopping by. Got some media days starting in the ACC and the Sun Belt. So college football's kind of right around the corner.
Yeah, we'll be in Tampa next week. Cliff, thanks again.
You bet.
Thanks to you and Karen. It's a beautiful place. You got something to be very proud of. And our Kansans are proud of you. We got more business to do, man. We got to go give away your trophies.
That's awesome. I can't wait to meet these guys.
Yeah.
They're really
they're part of your fraternity, part of your family now.
Brotherhood.
Yeah. Well, now you and Karen can get us out of your hair now.
Oh, you guys can stay as far as
Cosmo he can quit barking at us now. But thanks again, Cliff.
You bet.
Well,
Thank you.
Welcome over here anytime.
Thanks, buddy. Roger, we'll head over to the Star.
Okay.
And then we head back to Little Rock. Be back in the studio tomorrow.
I hear a Little Rock calling.
Toddy Pierce, thanks so much, buddy. Go. Great job, Todd. Thanks for producing today for us. Appreciate you. And then we're glad you're listening to us. Thank you so much. All right, the Zone's up next.
This July is America's 250th